Sorry.
Hey everybody, welcome to Realmsmith, the Order of Dragonsbane, episode number 23, Korynhearth. Thank you very much for joining us today. We are very excited to see you, and we are very excited to tell you a lot about things that happened over the last week because Jason went to Origins. So if you have some announcements, sir, I think now is the time.
Yeah, absolutely. First off, Rebecca is in the chat. Everyone say hi, Rebecca. She is moderating for us tonight as usual. Tim is producing in the back room. If you have any questions or anything like that, write question in the chat, and they will answer them, or either answer them for you, or they will direct them to us in the break so that we can answer them instead. We were at Origins Game Fair this past week, as Brandon mentioned. It was awesome. I was there with Ryan. Our good folks, Bobby, Johnny, and Wes were helping out at the booth.
And your son Ethan?
And my son Ethan was there, and Irene from Vallejo was there. Can we turn that in?
Yes, sir.
And it was awesome. So we were there teaching master classes in the Vallejo booth. It was connected to the WizKids booth. We taught like 11 classes. Uncle Adam from Tabletop Minis joined us as well. Shout out to him and helped me out so I wasn't painting 3 2-hour sessions a day. So because that can be a lot. But it was awesome. It was amazing. So anybody who's watching, who was there, definitely let us know in the comments that you joined us. And we're very excited to get into the game tonight and tell you all about, or play all the wonderful stuff that we told you about at Origins. We also had our own booth at Origins for the first time. It was our first show ever to have our own Realmsmith booth. We had banners and all of that kind of stuff, as well as we were selling Vallejo paints, which did very well, and we thank Vallejo for being a partner in that way. And then also we were showing off our subscription box. And we're very excited to reveal something at the show, which we are going to show you now, and that is our new box for our crates. Yeah. Look at that. So the idea is that it's like a tome, a big kind of wizard's tome, but the really cool thing about this box, first of all, it's a lot more sturdy and better quality and will hold up to shipping better. But the really cool thing about this box is that the inside is a freaking DM screen. And it has buildings apparently from from Origins in there. But anyways, basically you fold it out and you cut it out, and it will have like perforations and folds in it so that you can actually make, and this is just a prototype, so it's not quite even built properly yet, but it will build a DM screen with a dice tower and an initiative tracker, which these are turned around the wrong way.
Well,
but anyways,
not if you're facing out.
No, I know, but this way, it's this way. And they'll be double-sided properly when it's done. But anyways, with the initiative tracker, it's got all the tables that you need to run your game. The box itself has punch-out condition markers so that your minis on the table, whether it be PCs or monsters, if they have a condition, you put them beside them to denote what the condition is. Like I said, dice tower in the middle, and then again all the 5e compatible.
Is that working?
No, it's not.
And inspiration tokens.
Stop it. Anyways, and all the tables that we thought for 5e are pertinent to running a 5e game. We're very super excited about this. It'll be a lot of fun, and it will be hopefully shipping in July's order. So if you have a July order, and if not, you can go to realmsmith.tv and check it out and order our crates and subscribe. We had some subscribers over the show. We're very excited, and welcome to the realm for all of you that subscribed. And we're super pumped about the future of our crates.
And that's just the actual box. That's not what's inside.
Yeah, that is just added value.
That's just the box.
That's just making something that was already there that much more awesome.
Yeah.
Which we're excited about. The other thing we're excited about is that we are launching the new adventure July 1st. We can't really give a lot of information about how that's going to work. Bottom line, if you're a subscriber and you get part 6 of Twisted Hand Fate, you will be getting the first part of the next adventure. The next adventure is the same campaign, and so it'll follow the same string of narrative, but it's like a fresh story arc as part of that new adventure for that campaign, which we're super pumped about. It's almost like, playing Tyranny of Horde of the Dragon Queen, and then moving into Rise of Tiamat within the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. That's the idea, just separate adventures within the same campaign. As usual, we want to thank our sponsors, Elderwood Academy for the awesome spell books they gave us with the Realmsmith logo emblazoned on it. Vallejo for the paints that we use to paint our minis. Of course, WizKids for a lot of the minis at the table, which we're very excited about. Sirenscape for the sound, which for some reason isn't playing.
It's just quiet.
Okay. The music stopped. And then our new sponsor, which we announced last week, and we will talk about again today. We have these awesome Realmsmith dice. Maybe if we can get a table cam on this. Look at this. But they have the Realmsmith logo on them.
On the 20s?
On the 20s, as well as on the 20s. I don't know if you guys know this. On the small 20s too.
Yeah.
The Realmsmith logo is there.
Yes.
Cool.
So we're super excited. Thank you so much, Norse Foundry, for product sponsoring us, and we hopefully these will roll better than my last.
They did
Norse
well
Foundry
last
dice.
week.
Every one of our characters has their own color.
And we have our own color.
Yeah.
Across all the streams, which you don't cross the streams usually, but
Please
But,
don't cross the stream.
yeah, exactly. So we want to thank all the wonderful people at Norse Foundry for doing that, and we will be complaining if they don't roll well.
That was a crit right there.
Yeah,
pretty
I
much-
just rolled a Realmsmith.
You did.
No! Do we even call them 20s anymore?
Maximum shaman.
No, I say we do call them realm smiths.
I'm just gonna call mine a
Maybe
20.
not.
It's just,
I think I'm just
I want to
gonna
go
call
realm smiths!
Mine's gonna be a 20.
All right.
Okay.
Well done.
As usual, you can follow us on Twitch, as well as subscribe to us on YouTube. Hit that little bell icon, and you'll be notified every time that we go live. We will do a giveaway this week. What is it going to be, Tim? Minis? Okay, so we'll do a mini prize pack this week.
Nice.
The way that you win is you're active in both chats, and then we will randomly choose somebody and then message you on whatever platform that is on. But you have to kind of stay until the end to hear whether or not you won, because it's a lot more complicated than Facebook trying to get a hold of you. So, or come back and watch it in the VOD version, but staying to the end is probably the best way to find out if you won. So we're going to announce it at the end of the night after we're done. Nolzer's Marvelous Tutorials this Sunday. We are continuing the Frost Giant, which I don't think I have there, right? It isn't on the shelf there somewhere. We're continuing the Frost Giant Harshnag painting.
there
We
he is.
started by base coating all of the colors. There we go.
Yes.
You want to put them on the mini cam here? But he got base coated last week, and this is just base coats, no washes, or no, I did do a black wash on some of the areas. Anyways, but we are going to do all the mid-tones, highlights, and this is a magical axe, so it's going to be like glowing here, and then it's going to cast some glow colors on the rest of them as well. So we're going to finish him on Sunday night, 5 to 7 Eastern Time on the D&D Twitch and on the Realmsmith Twitch as well. You can catch that this Sunday. And then a week from today, we will be playing... Sentinels of the Storm, which we're coming to the end of Storm King's Thunder very soon. You guys unfortunately got to Harshnag and then lost Harshnag. Hekaton, sorry. And now you have to deal with the fallout from that.
Blame Bell.
DM.
It's all Balabar's fault.
Yeah.
Really, is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Let's
Yay.
jump in, DM.
Sure. All right, let's do some character intros. Yeah. And today we're going to start with this side of the table.
Yeah. I'm David. I play Cornelius. I'm a druid, a gnome, a nice guy, friendly, trusting, helpful, lovable, loving, honest, caring, sharing.
Sharing. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Vote haha.
Vote. Okay, so I'm Joel Auger, and I play the Graf Hoolsby, human bard, level 5. I have a strength of 6. Every week, I'm going to talk about one of the attributes of my character.
It's not one of your strengths.
And this particular one is not one of my strengths. It's a 6. Yes. Thanks for that joke.
Thank you.
And stealing it from me as I was
Oh, were
just
you?
about to
Were you
say.
planning to do that one?
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
We start again.
My name is Joe. No, just kidding. All right.
I'm Adam, and I play Shamgar, who's a human barbarian. But don't let that fool you. He's also a moron.
Yep.
Yeah. But he has a good heart.
Yeah. I
He
think
does
so.
have a good heart.
Let's Cornelius right on his shoulder.
Yes.
More than
all
anyone would.
anyone would for sure.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And you have boots of levitation too, so you don't even need.
Yeah,
You really don't even
but he's
need-
pulled me around as a kite before.
Yeah, like a
So-
balloon at a carnival.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you guys don't even do that more.
We
honestly.
should do
Yeah,
that
we should.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obvious away a little bit.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I am Jason, and I play Crichton of the Bernuku clan. He is a dragonborn monk, and he's got a lot of really cool things that he can do now. So I'm very excited to jump in and do that.
And he's gold.
And he's gold!
Gold.
Gold!
Golden
Can't wait to
Dragon
roll
Man.
this thing. It's so cool.
Sad.
He's sad.
Yes.
He's sad now because he feels like everybody failed.
It's real sad.
We really did.
Everyone
Yeah.
did fail. It really
Yeah.
happened
Sad.
a bunch of times. Anyways,
Super sad.
onward.
Onward.
Onward, forward, and continuing.
Upward.
And onward into the game is what we will do. So, let's jump right back in. You travel the strange and boundless world of Elunefar, hoping to find some sign of a way back to your home realm. In search of a powerful magical artifact, you explore the crystalline expanse beneath the Isle of Atmos. With your new friends, Lady Pongo, the half-orc Eldritch Knight, Traith Storm Shadow, the High Elf Wizard, and Thimble, the Hiri Samurai Cleric, each of whom seem to have been sent to aid you by the Gilded Merchant. You have just defeated a host of skeletons, a skeletal minotaur, and a frightful beast called a Bahir. The battle was hard fought but gloriously won. But your troubles are not over. The way ahead is still. Too still. So we pick up right where you guys left off. You are in the courtyard before the keep that you guys had exited, that was filled with molten gold. You've defeated the Bahir and the skeletons. You got through by the skin of your teeth in some cases. We had an excellent crit on a death save, meaning you came back with 1 hit point. You looked the god of death in the face and said, "Not today." So,
We
picking
lost Greg.
yes,
He sent today
Greg.
to the god of death.
Greg fell in combat, though you still feel some warmth. The odd, occasional moment of warmth coming through your bracelet.
Okay.
Your
so I'll
bangle
choose
that you
not
wear.
to outright throw his body to the ashes. And
Well, that's up to you. Yeah. How much do you hate him? Yes, and in case I didn't say, I'm Brandon Perkins, your humble DM. Back into the game. What are you guys going to do?
what do we see before us again? It's an expanse, crystalline,
Yes,
lined
so-
ceiling.
Above you are a number of glowing crystals, all blue or white, and they seem to change blue to white in such a way to look like clouds moving over you in a crystal blue sky. It's like a dome over top of you, stretching
and we
out.
can tell it's a dome.
Yes, you know you're underground. There's no movement of air whatsoever. Around you, you can smell the smell of sulfur. This place looked like it used to be alive. It was once a large garden. In fact, what's in front of you was once a running fountain. There are three statues that are part of this fountain that work as 3 separate fountains, each crying into their hands, each one crying a different color of liquid. They're dry now, but you can see where the liquid had dried in their hands.
Can I go and examine those fountains with the different colors?
Yeah.
And like, is it just stained? Is it kind of like a buildup of minerals?
It is stained, but there's a bit of buildup. It looks like maybe lime or calcium. It's just a little bit of. You can see where it dried, almost just rings and lines of how it had pooled while it was drying. The tallest one, the one that's closest to the door that you'd exited, has red in its hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one before that is blue, and the one in front of that is green.
I turn to Cornelius. I'm assuming we're all together in here.
You're all together, yes, having just endured that fight.
So I turn to Cornelius and I go, Cornelius, Does this look like a puzzle to you?
Not particularly.
Well, I mean, 3 separate colors. It kind of reminds me of maybe you know when we were with the bird people? The bird person, they appeared to us and we had this giant kind of 6-sided cube we had to roll around.
Yes.
This reminds me for some reason of that.
No.
No? Okay, well, maybe I'm wrong.
You said there was a dead forest ahead of us, right?
Yes, so there's a white marble path that extends forward from this fountain off into the distance, and just at the edge of your vision, you can see what look like dead trees.
I'm not done with these fountains, though.
Yeah.
Like, can I tell? Does it just look like natural, just minerals because of where the water came from?
Give me an investigation check. Investigation or nature, your choice.
Oh yeah. 21.
21. Was that nature or investigation?
Nature.
Nature, okay. With your nature roll, you do recognize that, yes, this looks like a natural pattern that would happen from drying water. You believe that it's lime and calcium, both. The water seems to be mineral heavy, as you would expect to be this deep under the earth.
But they must be coming from different sources to be doing that. Okay, I can take another look around. There were statues that were in that hall. Did they seem to have any significance? They have like a plaque. It says who
Something
they
that
are.
explains it all.
You know,
Yeah,
is there like a
So
tourist plaque?
only one of them had writing. However, the writing is in a very strange language that you're not sure you know. Give me a history check to see if you recognize the language.
12.
You're not sure what the language is. The characters look very rigid and almost evil.
Okay, I'll call over. So evil. Graf, do you know this language?
Let me check.
History? It's in
Crit. The
the
It's a realmsmith. I rolled a realmsmith.
the language is infernal, one of the languages of the Nine Hells.
Ooh. Well, actually, I do know this language. It's infernal.
And
As in from one of the 9 hells.
the strange thing about it is it looks like it has been stamped over Elvish.
But there's something strange here, gentlemen. Something very strange. Underneath this, what kind of language is it again,
Infernal.
DM?
Infernal.
Language. It seems to be Elvish underneath. Maybe we can. Do you know Elvish?
I think I do.
Can I rub the? Can we touch the surface and kind of clean it? Is
You,
there
you can
Elvish?
touch the surface, but the Elvish had been carved in, and the infernal is scratched over top.
Okay, is it possible to try to, I don't know, interpolate the missing pieces of the Elvish to...
Sure, do an investigation roll.
12.
Ah, I have Elvish. I would like to roll as well.
Okay, do you know Elvish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh!
That was close.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah.
No,
I want to
okay.
look at the bodies.
Sure. I'm just going to talk
Oh, yeah,
about the
sorry.
Yeah.
Elvish first. So you pick up one word. It just says home. And it's one of the first words.
Home is where the heart is.
Maybe. You want to investigate the bodies.
Yeah.
All right, so give me investigation.
The bodies of the statues or the things
No,
we
the
destroyed?
things that were dead before. The
Oh,
bodies that were there.
Right.
It's 5.
Okay. Yes, they look like these bodies have been here a very long time, but that's all you can tell. You
No
don't
remnants
think
of
of
clothing or anything.
it. These ones, no, the clothing is long rotted away, but the bodies stayed mummified.
Are the statues themselves Elvish?
Take a look. Investigation.
Oh,
That's a realmsmith? I don't want to do that. It's a 20.
They are of elvish make, but there are a couple that appear to have been replaced. It looks almost as though this place was in the midst of being changed when whatever happened.
So they're elvish make, or they're elves?
So some of them are elvish make and depict what look like elvish heroes. And the ones that replace are skeletal in nature. Something that you would think to maybe even related to a necromancer.
Okay.
I always found
I'll
that
communicate that.
Yeah.
I'll communicate that to you.
How do you do that?
I say, I wonder why they were replacing all these elves with skeletons.
They were?
I think so.
That's
And they're
awesome.
written over the elvish with, what did you say it was?
Infernal.
Infernal?
Yes. Oh, what such an infernal language.
They were in process of doing this, right? Like,
It looks like
Oh,
it was started but not complete.
are there remnants of the elves laying around? Like,
Give me another investigation check for the whole scene.
okay. 15.
All right, with a 15, you see what look like some very old scorch marks that have long faded in time and have been covered with dust. You see that the bodies that are on the ground do have pointed ears, though it's very hard to tell because bodies this old shrivel up quite a bit. And the ears tend, when they shrivel, it's not always easy to tell exactly what race originally it was.
But they have ears of elves.
They have, from what you can tell, you think they were elves.
Okay. It's like, those might have been elves, or half elves. I wonder if this whole place was elvish at some point. Why would anybody do this to the elves?
Yes, it seems very peculiar that they would cover a sign with infernal over elves, and the statues elvish replaced with skeletal bodies.
And the dead elves.
The dead elves. I mean, clearly.
The dead elves kind of give it away at the end.
So what do we take from this? Are we to say, perhaps ahead of us, we should be seeking out elves that have turned infernal, influenced by the dark forces?
Can that happen as far as I know? That the elves can turn into these evil things?
History.
12? The night of the 12s here.
You know that people can choose to do evil things.
Yeah.
And some who, may decide to change their stars or their beliefs. But,
Okay.
as far as trying to think of a reason, that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Traith walks up to you and he says, these scorch marks, they look like dragon fire. I think there may have been a dragon here at one time.
Are the bodies cooked?
The bodies? No, they're just mummified. You're going to say something.
So we've seen this whole island from above.
Yes.
And now that we're inside this expansive place, does it seem like it would be so big that it wouldn't fit on the island that we've seen from the outside, or is it just like it looks like it would fit?
That's a good question. Give me intelligence.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
This is a big one.
Oh yeah, that's okay. +0. 11.
11. So You remember going down that slide was a very long slide. So wherever you are within this volcano, you're deep below the surface of where you had seen when you first approached it. It's hard to tell how far off from the basin of the volcano you may have moved, but you think that you might be further. It's hard to say.
Oh. All right, so we might be.
You might be beyond the border of the island that you saw, below sea level, but you're not sure.
Okay.
Yeah. You suspect it. Put it that way.
We should keep moving.
I agree.
I suppose we should be wary of dragons, maybe? There's this very old Scorch, but, you know, they live a long time.
Yes, I mean, there's no way to go but straight ahead. I mean, we could go to the sides, those walls. Let's just move down to where those trees are. You see those trees over there? What do you guys think?
Those are trees, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, a dragon couldn't fit between those trees.
True.
Unless it was just an opening on the other side.
Or, I think the trees are dead, right?
They're very far off. They look dead. It doesn't look like there's any...
And they go as far as the eye can see.
So at the edge of your vision is where you see the trees.
Right, so,
Okay, so I have my torch. Oh no, there's light in here. It's like daylight in here. So
Yeah.
It's like daylight, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to. I suggest we stay close to the wall.
so you don't want to go right down the middle.
No.
Fair point.
I would say not a great idea.
Are there
So-
paths? Are there footprints leading in and out of the forest?
You see a marble stone pathway
Yeah.
of white marble.
Is it
Give
dirty
me-
and dusted, or is this like...
It's surprisingly, even though there's some dust on things, there isn't as much as you might expect for how old everything looks.
There's no air movement either, right?
Yeah.
The air is not moving either.
But what about tracks?
You, with your previous roll,
Right.
I'll say you don't see any tracks.
Great.
But there's nothing really obvious of any recent movement except for the skeletons in the battle.
I agree. We move to the side wall. We scuttle down as far as we can until we can't anymore.
So what are you doing with Greg? Are you, because he's still laying on the ground.
I
are
asked
you
the
gonna-
guys. Poor Greg. I mean, he loved me so much. What do I do with him? What do you suggest I do?
You should probably give him a proper burial. He's helped us a lot.
I'm not sure I feel as though I should bury him yet. Can I? What do you think? I'll just put him in my pack for now. Maybe bury him back somewhere else.
He
I
used to
don't-
love it in there.
He used to love it in there. He used to love it. So I'll, you know what? I'll just wrap him up, put him in my pouch. Hopefully he doesn't start stinking. Do they stink? Do you know?
Dead things tend to, yes.
I think he already smelled kind of bad.
Okay, I kind of agree. I had him on me all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, he hasn't changed much from a stink perspective.
Might smell a little cooked.
Yeah.
It might smell good.
Could be
I
spicy.
started moving
Anyways,
to
let's
the
take
side.
it as a point. And
So I wrap him in whatever, like, cheesecloth from my kit.
Cheesecloth.
this is
Okay.
your cheese making
Yeah.
kit.
From my, it's not. Anyways, it's a kind of cloth to wrap things, and I wrap him and I put him in my bundled bag and
Wrap your cheese with it.
keep walking.
All right. Okay.
Are you leaving the cheese behind?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yup.
So you guys are moving towards one of the walls. Which wall? The one to your left or the one to your right? It's say facing towards
Right.
the forest.
Facing towards
Left.
the left. You're on the left.
So
Yeah, go
you're
left side.
going to the left
I see
side.
the left
Okay.
side.
Look at that, yeah.
So
Let's do
the
it.
walls do appear to be hundreds of feet away from where you are. It's
right.
quite a distance.
We could probably just walk up the middle.
I mean, it is a marble.
I mean, anything that's hiding in the forest, the Eunice has already seen us anyways. So, I don't see that it makes a difference. We got more room to escape in the middle.
We have more room to escape in the middle. That's true, I guess, technically. You know what?
The metaphor.
I'm with Cornelius.
Yeah,
Let's go down the middle.
you're the leader. Whatever you say.
Okay? The middle!
I start walking down the middle.
Okay.
I also
right.
start walking down the middle.
So
also-
Pongo is walking with you.
Oh,
She's
okay.
showing some obvious signs that
Yeah, Pongo?
she's in some serious pain.
I'm not gonna go in the
We don't
front.
have Lady Pongo, do we?
We do. Lady Pongo, her owl, plus Traith and Thimble.
Trace and symbol.
She walks with me. Graph, you want to be there? Where do you want to
Sure.
be? Middle?
Yeah, middle frontish.
Well, there's a lot of.
Yep.
So
It's quite a
people.
party.
What a party.
I turn to Lady Pongo and I say, and I'm trying to walk quietly, and I say, we should all probably try and walk this expanse quiet as possible.
Okay, but they could probably just see us anyways. And we just had a big battle. Oh, we can walk quietly. Yeah, we can walk. We can move. I'll walk quietly.
I turn to Pongo and I say, should we send the owl ahead?
Yes, let's send it.
I go, grab.
Oh, that was a sad.
Oh.
And so Lady Pongo sends her owl ahead. And her owl, how far would you want the owl to go?
To
the edge of the trees?
and Just
Okay.
check out that area
All right, so the owl flies up to the edge of the trees and it
as
looks
we're
like,
walking.
yeah. And Lady Pongo tells you guys what the owl is seeing. The trees look as though they're petrified. They've been there quite some time. And they extend, it's a forest of petrified trees.
What kind of trees?
They look like they were once maybe maple, oak, trees of that sort.
Petrified in the sense that they've turned to stone.
Yes.
Or they're dead.
Or they're just
Stone.
really scared.
That with age, they have petrified and turned to stone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
All right.
This is
We walk till we get to the edge of the forest.
I go up to Crichton and I say, this is so there were dragons back there. Can dragons do this to trees? Do you know?
Not that I know
Strange.
I've never heard of it either, says Thimble.
Does the path stop at the forest? Or does
Continues into the forest.
it? Okay.
of. I don't think we should stay on the path.
I tend to agree. But we can either be quiet or we could be unseen. I don't know which one's better.
We could try and be both.
Okay.
So, just to clarify, wall of trees, we're about to walk into the forest.
You're about to walk into the forest.
If we walk to either side, there's still a wall up containing the trees.
Yeah, so you still have those walls equal distance from the path, it seems.
Hundreds of feet.
Hundreds of feet on either side.
Okay.
What is on the ground where the trees are? Is it like covered in sticks and leaves, or is it soft dirt?
You see some stones and sticks and leaves. It looks like what would have been, well, not leaves, but it looks like what would have been a forest at one time, and the underbrush that you would have expected, except without any blades of grass, without any greenery or anything at the bottom. It's as though the life was just sucked from this place, gone.
Okay. Is it fairly easy to see through the trees, since there's no leaves
Well,
and probably not a lot of branches?
There's quite a few trees, so as soon as you step within the forest area and you look towards the walls, you cannot see the walls anymore.
Okay.
So you can see some of the sky above you as it comes down through the branches.
By
but,
sky, you mean
yeah,
crystals.
the crystals, yeah,
Yeah.
the crystal sky.
I say we walk about 20 feet from them. From the wall. Within the trees.
Oh, within the trees.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, so
Try and be quiet.
you head towards the trees. You're walking about 20 feet away from the path. On which side, the left or the right?
Right side?
We're doing
Right
this very quietly
Yeah, I'm
and
trying
All right,
observantly.
everybody give me
And
stealth rolls.
spiritedly. stealth.
20. Dirty 20.
Okay. Okay, what did you get?
Stealth.
22.
Okay.
Oh man. Just
Okay, yeah, I rolled a 19 on stealth.
19.
whistling
Okay.
my favorite gnome forest exploring song.
All right. Thimble is whistling with you.
I looked at him and just nodded.
Same song.
Traith is hiding within the trees very well, despite wearing colors that are not quite conducive to this forest. He's staying hidden quite well. Lady Pongo is extremely quiet as she moves. Thimble still seems jovial and lighthearted, and he hears you whistling and decides to whistle along.
Let's go. I continue moving.
Okay. As you guys continue forward, you see the odd portion of the pathway that has a pair of bird baths. It seems to happen every 200 meters or so.
Is there dried water that's colorful in them?
It looks like, yes, they did have dried water in the same pattern of color that you'd seen: red, then blue, then green.
Okay. Keep going. Are they still whistling?
Oh yeah.
You're still.
Mhm.
I just can't. I just cannot not join in.
Right.
So I let Crichton. I move like stealthily, but I'm still stealth. But I move back from Crichton so that he can't really tell that I'm with them, because I'm ashamed of what I'm about to do.
Right.
And I just pull out my lute quietly and start like trying to finger pick along with their tune, like learning it from by ear.
Sure.
So I start kind of jumping along or like.
Okay, so give me a performance check.
We're turning into quite the.
Yeah. So I got a 16 on that.
All right, so you're able to pick up the tune and you're able to play along with it, and Lady Pongo ends up joining her bagpipes, playing very well along with you.
Yay!
She's got bagpipes?
Yeah,
She has bagpipes.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
I start to separate myself from the group,
Okay.
slowly, kind of like off to the point where I'm like, I don't know, 30 feet up and to the right.
All right, so you're trying to
ahead.
stay about 30
Actually,
feet ahead scouting.
I go ahead like 50 feet.
The owl is ahead as well, staying closer to the path.
50 feet? You're like really far.
right.
Really far.
Really
That's 50
far.
feet.
Yeah. What are you doing, Shammy?
Seeing how everyone else feels it's fine to start, I'm just gonna spin my drum around, join them.
Yes.
Gosh.
Periwinkle returns.
Okay. It's so good fun in the forest. I don't know, we just keep walking along, I guess.
I guess we're just having a jovial time together.
All
Mr.
right.
Crichton said as long as we weren't seen, it'd be okay if we were heard.
He did indeed.
Sort of missing when I'm laughing. Alright.
Okay, everybody roll perception.
9.
14.
Okay.
15.
15.
16.
16. All right. Lady Pongo, Crichton, and Shamgar all notice above the path is a raven, frozen in the air, not moving, as though it's in mid-flight.
I stop until they catch up, and I say, "Do you see that?" I point out.
I'm noticing and stop drumming. And
Does it look like it looked like it would have looked as if it were alive?
Yeah.
Stone as well.
And nope, not stone.
So I don't even notice, because I can't notice. So I'm like, and I like stumble into Crichton's back, like,
Yeah.
What are you What the?
It looks like it's in mid-flight.
Yeah, it looks like as though it was in mid-flight.
Suspended
It's
in
just
midair?
suspended in midair.
What do you suppose caused that infernal thing?
That is not normal.
What kind of song was that?
I assure you, I had nothing to do with that.
It's almost like time has stopped.
How high up?
It's about 10 feet off the ground.
Oh, so I could probably reach it.
Yeah, you probably could.
Okay.
Can I,
I'm gonna make my way carefully over to it with Shandy.
Mm-hmm. All right, what are you guys doing?
I'm just gonna go up and just poke the belly.
how tall are you?
6'6", I think.
Yeah, and so with his arms, he should be able to reach about 10 feet.
Yeah, you might have to hop a little bit just to try and grab it.
Yeah, like a 10-foot ceiling.
That's
Well, just do it. Just poke it.
just do it.
Yeah, let's reach up. Poke.
All right, so you poke it, and it doesn't seem to move.
But the feathers still reacts normally?
The feathers look like they moved a little bit, like extremely slow.
Can I give him the end of my belt, activate my boots of levitation, and jump kind of to the height that the bird would be? Like, give him enough rope that it's like, 10
Are
feet
you
from the
explaining
ground.
to him what you want
I'm going to give him a length of rope. Here we go. And I'll just jump with the boots so that it kind of snaps me at a stop, kind of face to face with the bird.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I do that?
Yeah.
And I'll poke it from the top.
All right, so you poke it, and you notice the same thing. It doesn't seem to be. It has a little bit of give. It's almost like it's not just locked in place. When you poke at it, it moves a little bit, just really slowly in reaction to what you are doing.
It's almost like time has stood still.
I think it's just really slow down. Look. I was just like looking in his eyes, like if he's blinking, it'll be, hello? Are you okay?
No reaction.
A bird who flies this slow might as well just walk.
Words of wisdom.
Is the air still? Like, is the air totally still?
The air is dead still.
Can I gotta let go of the rope. I don't really need to hold on to it at this point. Can I put my hands over it and see if I can perceive any muscle movement? Okay, I'll do that.
Perception.
6.
You perceive no muscle movement from it.
Okay. I'm going to put my hands around it, like I'm holding it,
Yeah.
and disable my boots so I land with it
Okay.
and bring it down.
So you put your hands. How tight are you holding on?
Oh, I don't want to crush it. I don't want to hang off of it.
You
Like-
don't want to hang off of it, or you do want to
Like
hang
this. Like you would pick up a bird. Like I don't want to crush the bird. Like if you're
Right.
holding a bird, you don't squeeze it too tight.
Because if it's a raven, isn't it like close to your size?
Is it?
off? Pretty big.
Pretty big.
Yeah, it's a
I
full-grown
shall-
raven.
Hug it.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, it's
Are you?
Give us a
Are
hug.
I'll kind of.
Sorry. Now's not the time.
I'm trying to
Could
help you. I'm going to help it. So I'll get my arms around it, and I guess if it's that big, I will hold on tight enough that I would hang
so
on.
that you would? Okay. All right. So
And I'll turn them down, but as I fall, if I fall, I'll kind of bring it towards me so I don't just throw it at the ground.
okay. So
That
you
would be traumatizing.
turn off your levitation,
Yeah.
and you immediately drop, and you're holding on to this bird, and very, very, very slowly your weight is drawing it down.
Straight down?
And we're
Well,
we're
down,
viewing
down with you.
How
It's
very, very slowly? Like how many?
like
seconds
at
will
about
land?
this speed.
So it's gonna
There,
take.
it has some resistance, but you can tell it's going to take a couple minutes for you to go down to the
Okay.
ground.
this. So I'm like, well, that's. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Should I keep bringing him down?
Yes, bring him down.
Okay.
There. Do we get a sense like it is responding? Like, is it fighting him coming down, or is it?
Give me a perception.
Okay. That is a 20.
The bird doesn't seem to be reacting in any way whatsoever.
While I'm up there, do I see any other living creatures? Any other birds? Any? whatever's.
While you're up there, you see mostly just the trees. But a little bit up the path ahead of you, from that vantage point, you can see far enough down, there's a group of bluebirds sitting on the path, all completely still.
I'm going to let go of the raven
Okay.
and just drop.
You let go, you drop down to the ground.
Yeah.
Raven keep dropping.
The raven stops after he lets go.
I see.
If I reach down and I try and like flick a stone on the path,
Mm-hmm.
does it do the same thing or does it react normal?
So you're going to flick it?
Yeah.
Okay, so a small stone
Yeah.
at that size. So you flick it. There's quite a bit of resistance against your finger. But once you flick it, it just stays up where the end of your flick is.
It seems as though time is slowed. I agree. To the point where it's moving too slowly to perceive.
And yes, that must be the case.
yes. Like tracks. Like the once powerful warrior tracks.
Hi. I'm confused.
We need to continue to move.
Either time is slowed or we are moving exceptionally quickly.
That is a possibility as well as you.
You're very clever too. You and Shamgar both wise.
Thank you.
Very wise.
As a proper grouping.
Do you suppose the time outside of this place is moving at the speed we're moving, or that the speed the birds are moving?
Good question.
I turn to Trafe
Mm-hmm.
and I say, do you know of any magic that could possibly cause this? Any spells or school of magic?
Well, I've heard of a spell called Time Stop, but it never. I mean, this is far beyond what that can do. If we're talking about something that can stop time, which, I mean, this looks like something time has stopped. I couldn't tell you. I honestly couldn't tell you what this is. Maybe from the same school.
Okay.
I think we should get out of here. Is there any way that we can just go as fast, as quickly as we can?
That's
out of
my
this place?
suggestion.
I say we return to the path and go as
Quickly as we can.
Here's the benefit. If we move quickly and everything else is moving slowly, we should be able to get away.
And if we have to fight anything, we should be moving.
Well, the creature we faced was moving at normal speed. Everything else was as well.
There must be something about the forest.
Perhaps.
Yes, good point. Let's move quickly.
All right. Okay, so we head to the path.
All right, so you guys head in. You're going directly down the path?
Yeah.
Okay, so you continue down the path. You pass by bluebirds. You notice more and more birds of different kinds stuck in the air on branches of trees. What looked like they were once on a branch of tree, but the branch, is now gone, or like the leaf that it was on is gone. There are a bunch of crows around a now emaciated carcass, but they are positioned in a way that looks like they were around it when it was in full size and before it desiccated. And in a number of strange things like this, you see deer locked in place, a number of animals, rabbits, foxes. Now that there's no greenery around, none of them are hiding as they would have been in normal days. But continuing through the forest, takes you about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get through it. And you're moving very quickly, you're pretty well dashing the whole time.
I do want to do something before we kind of get out of here.
No, you're not at the end yet, but you're about an hour and a half, 2 hours through.
I want to see if using my druid craft I can make anything grow. I think I need some sort of seeds or something to do that. I can make flower blossoms, seed, or leaf, bud, bloom. I guess there's probably... do I see any seeds? Do I see any seeds on the ground?
Perception?
It's so pointless to try to It's a 3. It's gonna be a 5.
You don't see any seeds on the ground. It seems like anything plant life, organic plant life, seems to be pretty well dead and gone.
Yeah, I do have a pouch of seeds.
Okay.
For my herbal recreation. I'd like to take a couple of the seeds, put them in the ground, and try to make them grow with the Druidcraft.
All right.
I turn to him, totally intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what are you trying to do?
I'm going to try to make the seeds grow and see if they behave normally. I don't
I
know.
guess everything else seems either dead or not moving. Yes, I'll watch.
Okay.
This is fascinating.
Okay. I mean, I know that the seeds, they were with me, so they wouldn't necessarily be affected by anything, but I just want to see if they sprout at the speed that I would expect, if just everything organic is kind of messed up.
So you dig a small pocket in the earth and you put the seeds in, you cover it up, and then you Druidcraft, and they sprout up as you would expect.
While they're doing that, can I ritual cast Speak with Animals? I'm just gonna...
That takes an hour to cast, does it?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay. It lasts for an hour, is that it?
Wait. You can come here and verbally communicate with the beast for the duration.
Duration of 10 minutes.
Oh, the duration.
And then duration, 1 action to cast. So it's
Okay, 1 action to cast, so it's pretty instantaneous.
I thought it was
at will.
10 minutes. Okay, sure.
Yeah, so I'll use it on if, like, you said there was, like, a fox or something?
Yeah, nearby there's a fox and a rabbit. The rabbit was running from the fox.
Okay.
That would want to investigate.
I kind of want to change it now, but...
Yeah.
I'll go and go to the fox. The spell says beasts can give you information about numerous... Oh, wait, no, never mind. They can't do anything. Yeah, okay. I guess if I cast it, but they can't... I'll try to talk to it.
Okay. So you cast your ritual right next to the fox, and you try to speak to it. How are you interacting with the fox?
I'll crouch down next to it. It's like frozen, right? So I'll crouch and go.
Mouth open and kind of a snarl mid-run.
What you up to? And is it? It doesn't respond probably.
It's no response.
I'm gonna go over to the rabbit.
Yeah.
Hey there. Hello. Hello.
No response
I
from the
can
rabbit.
communicate with small creatures as well, and I will encourage it to respond to him.
I'm
Being rude.
Yeah, they're being a little rude. I'm gonna
I'll
turn the
encourage
fox around so that the rabbit's chasing the fox now. It's like, and that little interaction, they don't do anything, don't respond at all.
So it takes a lot of force and time for you to pick it up and turn it, because it seems like the very essence of everything around you itself is almost fighting this movement, because it's almost like you've reached into, something solid, and you're forcing it to move the way it's not meant to. But you turn it, and it takes you about 2 or 3 minutes per animal to turn it around.
We're just standing there.
We're looking at it.
No, this is gonna be hilarious.
While he's doing that, can I Druidcraft for the weather to see what the weather's going to be like in this internal sunshiny place?
Yeah, sure.
Can,
So you Druidcraft the weather, and oddly, you see a shimmer like you normally do in your Druidcraft, but there's nothing inside it. Normally there is something.
Okay, I think we should keep just running.
I agree. We should go.
As we run, I'd like to... No, forget it.
Can I do
We
a
run.
detect magic as we're running?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, the
That lasts for an hour?
Yep.
Okay. The air seems to sparkle. Just the odd twinkle through the air as you move.
Okay. Gentlemen, let's go. There's some magic at work here.
I imagine it would be.
I think we agreed on that already.
But I just want to confirm with everyone again. Yes, magical. Let's go.
Okay.
We keep running.
Okay, you keep running. After another hour of running, everybody give me another perception.
Power.
10.
11.
11.
17.
17. With a 17, you're the only one that notices. With every step, it seems to take a little bit longer for your foot to hit the ground than it did before.
All right, I stop. And I turn and I say, does anyone else feel that?
Feel what?
I feel like we're slowing.
It's like, we're getting kind of tired. We've been running for like 2 hours.
I mean, like, my steps seem heavier, as if they're slowing, as if they're hitting the ground.
You have seemed a little bit under the weather lately.
You've had a lot of darts.
Why is this so difficult?
Do you mean like time itself is slowing for you?
Yes,
For all of us?
maybe.
Perhaps.
Anybody else sense that?
Can I
No. No, I think
do I
we-
perceive it?
With your perception roll, no. You're the only one that's picked up on it. Everyone else is kind of like, well, I don't know. It's good.
I think we just
Yeah.
gotta keep going, Mr. Crane. I know you're getting tired, but we can do it.
I turn around and I keep going.
All right. Running still?
Yeah.
Okay.
I imagine we're not, like, just, it's a brisk pace.
Yeah,
I
so-
can't imagine we can sustain a run for
For an hour and a bit.
Walking with purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're just...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's our full walk speed. Dash.
Full walk speed. You continue forward. About 45 minutes later, you can now see the edge of the forest. Yeah.
Anything past it?
Yes, so past the forest, the marble pathway continues into what looks like a small hamlet. Some buildings, and you are basically looking at the back of a building with a red shingle roof. From here, you can't see much beyond that, and you see what looks like a wooden warehouse just off to the right of this building.
So, just to clarify, blue ceiling most of the time,
Yeah,
turning red.
not turning red, no.
Okay.
Shingles
No,
on
no,
the
no,
building.
Oh, shingles
Yes,
on the
the shingles on the
I
building
saw it.
are red, yeah.
Okay.
The sky is still the same as it ever was. Still looks like clouds just blowing normal speed.
Weird.
Clarity.
I say that we do not approach on this path. I say that we split and then go to the tree edge.
I say.
But still stay in visual distance.
I say we introduce ourselves with that song we've been rehearsing.
I say that that is a really bad idea.
I like swing my drum around, hear you say that, and then I swing it back the other way.
Okay. Everybody give a perception roll.
11 again.
18.
We're killing
Okay.
it.
Crichton, Lady Pongo, and Thimble, you all notice now that yes, your steps are slower than they should be. Lady Pongo and Thimble are now 100% understanding what you were talking about before. But you guys are moving off to the sides of the forest?
I think that we need to approach and find a way out.
I agree.
Does it seem like over the last
Probably goes to the side.
does it feel like over the last 45 minutes it's gotten slower?
A little bit slower, noticeably.
I think that we have limited time here before we become the same as the animals were.
Oh, that's scary. Yes, agreed. Let's
All right,
do
so
it.
I split the party. I say that Shamgar, if you take
Me. Yeah.
Cornelius, DeGraff,
Oh.
and Trafe, and I'll take Pongo and Thimble.
Okay.
And we'll split.
Okay.
Still maintain visual distance,
Okay.
but just approach to the tree line and stop at the tree line.
So,
Like a
On either side.
is that how far apart? About 50 feet away?
50 feet from the path, so 100 feet between us.
Okay, 100 feet between you?
Yeah.
All right. So, to go 50 feet from the path, you would be entering into the forest unless you're doing that
No,
right on the
50
edge.
feet,
Okay,
yeah.
so you're
And then
entering
walking to
into
the
the
edge.
forest, walking to the edge. You pass by, you guys pass by a deer locked in the middle of eating from a plant that is no longer there. You pass by a couple of squirrels, appearingly holding what may have once been a nut,
Yeah.
but no longer.
Okay.
You get to the edge and you can see the town. Now when you look into it, you see
Oh,
a
what?
massive ancient red dragon locked in place, along with a number of people who seem to be locked in place, having been in the midst of battle with it.
Which party am I in?
We're approaching from this angle? From this side?
From this
You guys
side?
are approaching from here.
so
When you were getting to the edge of the forest, you could see this building.
So,
You guys are now
Oh, you're on
about
that side?
100
way,
feet.
way apart.
Yeah.
kinda,
So-
we say there?
Yeah, that's fine.
So we can say
it's
kind of
not.
around this side. You guys can see through that.
That's
opening.
we'll say that's about 100 feet-ish.
Okay.
And so you guys are seeing this. You guys are seeing, yeah. So you both parties can see the dragon and the people locked in place battling.
I want to do one thing
Yeah.
that's totally inconsequential to the story, but very important for my character.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that the deer that is eating the nothing, I'd like to put another seed in the ground below his mouth,
Yeah.
let it grow. I'm going to take a couple of the leaves, so I don't just totally give it away.
Okay.
I take a couple of leaves just so he's got something to eat
All right.
if time comes back to normal.
Okay.
It's very kind of you.
You know, I'd want somebody to do the same for me.
Sorry, Thimble was with us.
Thimbles
Okay.
on that side?
Yeah.
Ah, see ya.
So that was very kind of you.
Very, very kind of you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So tree line is where? Here? Like where?
So
where
the
the
tree
trees?
line is, yeah, basically you guys are like right on the edge of the tree line.
Okay.
So
So from the distance we're at, we can perceive this dragon is not moving.
it is
just
completely
like everything else.
still. All the people are completely still.
I will walk fairly confidently towards the square.
Same
Okay.
here.
All right.
Okay, as they start to walk, we do the same
Okay.
Yeah.
to the edge of the building here.
Oh,
I am not going to be as confident. I am going to
Alright.
be more stealthy and
You guys
stop
with
at the
me?
building.
All right.
We've been traveling for like 3 hours and 45 minutes now, right?
Yes.
Towards this location. We've seen lots of animals, lots of things
Yeah.
totally still.
Just totally
So
still.
we're confident in this effect being real here as well.
Yeah, this is the first time you're seeing people.
Okay.
I ate some rations on the way
Mm-hmm.
as well. I'm assuming that at this point we're probably.
Yeah, definitely make sure you track your rations. So now you are all starting to perceive a slight slowness and sluggishness in the movement. It's not that you're tired, it's that your bodies are not moving as quickly as you expect, and it feels almost like your thoughts are moving slowly now too.
Okay.
I think there's magic going
I walk into the square and I start to walk in between all the people, looking at them in the eyes, seeing if I sense any sort of life or consciousness
Okay, investigation.
that is evident. That is not going to be good.
I'm gonna just copy what he's doing.
Sure. Give me another investigation.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I'm
Go
just.
for it.
same thing.
16 for me.
All right. 16. Okay.
What is this?
Investigation.
I'm what?
Not
19.
bad. Two. Two. Okay. So the two of you notice that the people look like they're just locked in place. They still look as lively as ever. Just a little bit of dust, a tiny bit of dust has settled on them. The dragon still looks locked in place, as though it was rearing back to breathe fire. It's a red dragon, despite the whiteness that it appears to have. Anybody that yes, for lower rolls, everybody just they look like they should be alive, but just completely still.
As I walk through, I'm gonna be like, excuse me, sorry.
Eyes very dry.
Their eyes are dry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Where's
Do we notice anybody that looks like a wizard or a mage, like somebody that's cast a spell and it's kind of gone wrong?
This guy looks like he was in mid-cast when he froze.
Any idea what he's like? Is there fire starting to come out of his thing, or is,
Can
or
you
is it?
notice the spell?
The look of it is that he's in the motion of casting a spell, but the whatever spell effect was happening isn't happening. You know, so it's almost as though, you know, say somebody was like casting to, you know, launch a lightning bolt or something.
Right.
What's
Right?
Lady Pongo's owl's name? Do we remember?
I don't remember.
I turn to her and I say, Lady Pongo, we should perhaps send your owl up to do a perimeter to see if there's anything past this.
Good
Like,
idea.
what's this way?
So beyond, there's a few more buildings that you can't quite see past. They obscure your view. But it looks like there may be more trees beyond those buildings.
So it's just this, couple more buildings, and that's
Yeah,
it.
it's a small hamlet.
In the middle of the forest.
Yep.
I move over to this building and try to open the door.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna move over to this one and try to open this door.
Okay.
I will go with your path.
And I say we stick in our groups.
I agree.
So you're pulling on the doorknob, both of you. The doors are not locked, but they are moving incredibly slowly as you try to pull. And the slowness in your movement is also making it slower to open.
So, DeGraff, can you tell if there's any magical items here that might be causing this?
My detect magic is it still on? I would imagine. So.
You still have it for about 10 more minutes.
Yeah. Okay. So what do I notice? Anything
All right, so you see the continued glitter, sparkle, just the odd little spark in the air. If anybody's watched Chernobyl, it's a lot like that first episode with the odd kind of like, you know,
Lots of
spark
motes.
of something in the air.
Like a gleaming,
Yeah,
glinting.
little motes of, yeah.
Okay. Is there water in the well? Is that water, like wet water?
It is wet water.
I'd like to again just do a little favor for the peeps.
Where did that
Can I use my shape water cantrip and take a cube of water out and just put it in front of the dragon's mouth so that if he does wake up and blow fire, it'll just kind of get wet.
Okay, so you do shape water.
Come on, I'm looking out
Your
for the
hands
peeps.
are moving noticeably slowly as you.
Specifically as I do that? Like if
Yes,
I,
like it's you're starting to move even slower than before.
We
And you
just
see the shape water starting to grab, but there is so much resistance.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give up on that if it's going that slow.
Okay, so you kind of let go and the water's starting to, and it stays. You're putting more force into the door.
Same here. I'm
So-
trying to get this door open.
So you're pulling the door towards you. You're kind of like ramming the door in. Still a lot of resistance. It feels like there's even more now because you're putting all you've got into it, but you're moving slower and slower.
We're going to die here
Okay.
if we don't solve
Can he get it open enough that I can slip through the crack? Just start looking around inside.
Yeah, right now it's open just enough that you've got about 2 inches of space you can look through.
Or just to look through?
Yeah, to peek through into the crack.
I will peek through.
Yeah.
I peek through.
All right, you peek through. You see a hay bale that is on fire, but the fire is frozen in space. And you see some rats running towards the door opposite you.
Okay.
But they are frozen in space as well.
Can I see into this building?
Into this building, you look inside. You don't see any people. It looks like a beautiful country kitchen, just left still. Any food that was on the table is like long, turned black and crusted and just
But it's one big
ancient. It's like the food itself is now petrified too. But yeah, it's like a large country kitchen with a doorway that would lead into another room.
I yell out to everyone. Is there any chance that dragon is causing this?
Your mouth is moving very slowly.
Is there any chance?
Sheesh.
I
don't know.
don't know.
Do-
I'm kind of looking to Crichton to be like, what is this? Like, did your dragon buddy do this to us?
So Jason knows, but let's try Crichton's, I guess, knowledge of dragons
Okay.
and my knowledge of dragon ancestry to find out
Okay,
if
so you
there's
can
anything.
you could do history or nature, should you choose.
14
Okay, for which? History or nature?
history.
History, okay. So for history, you don't know of any stories of any dragons that have done anything like this, though you know that dragons are powerful magical beings. You've never seen magic like this.
I look at the graph and Traith. Traith's with you guys?
Mm-hmm.
I say, find a way to stop it. And then I turn slowly towards the dragon, like to stop the effect.
Okay.
I turn towards the dragon and I take out my Glaive of the Fallen and I charge it.
Okay.
And
So,
I'm going to try and kill it as it's in stasis.
so you're charging, but it's slow and getting slower by the second.
Okay.
This guy
How
that's
far do I get?
Okay, so you are essentially moving about, I guess, 5 feet every round right now. That's how slow you're going.
Okay.
And you hear a voice behind you. Someone just moved. Your thinking is now starting to get slower too.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
So,
looking through this crack.
Someone just moved?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we're starting to match their speed that they're moving at.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start perceiving their motions, and then we're gonna be in a fight with this stupid thing. Can I use the druid craft to put out the fire of the bale of hay?
so you're at the door. You're gonna. Okay. The bale of hay is about 20 feet away. What's the range of your druid craft?
Sorry, 30 feet.
Okay. How big of a flame can it extinguish?
Small campfire.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna
So you
Kill go at this
are
thing as fast.
extinguishing it, and it looks like it's starting to compress. It's very slow. It's happening very slowly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep doing that. As soon as the doors open enough for me to get through, I'd like to go in.
Okay. So the doors look like they'll get there, but it's going to take a couple of minutes before you can fit. Yeah.
With one arm still pushing on the door, noticing he's trying to get in, still gonna do that, but I would like to cast an attack spell against the dragon.
Against the dragon. What spell are you doing?
I'm going to do shatter. I'm gonna do shatter.
Shatter. Okay.
Am I moving 5 feet per turn or 5 feet per round?
So 5 feet per turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can see what Crichton's doing.
You can. Yes.
All right, then I'll start charging it as well.
All right.
But I guess I'm going very slowly.
How close are you to this thing already? To this dragon?
I don't even know if I'm going to get there before I stop.
Right. Okay.
And it's
Right.
an ancient red dragon. This is not going to go well.
No. Yeah. I'm gonna cast Shatter at 3rd level.
Okay. And what's the casting time on that? It's instantaneous?
It is instantaneous.
Yeah. Okay.
Duration is instantaneous. Sudden, loud, ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range.
Okay.
So-
Which point? The dragon's
The
head?
dragon's head, yeah.
All right.
Creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save.
So within your turn, you just get your hands up in the place to cast it, and then you do cast it, and you can see the wave of magic kind of moving through the air, striking the dragon's head, and
I go.
and then like a blip, it just like it just sped up to an infinite. Next thing you know, you see what looks like just a blur of some people moving around, standing around you, moving very quickly, you know, just very quickly around you, and then we go on break. So, there we go. We're going to have a quick break, take some bio breaks if we need to. If you need to get some water or something, now is the time. I'm going to turn on the tavern music. How's everybody doing tonight? You guys good? What do you think?
Trying not to metagame.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. Me either.
You don't know what's in my head.
Or do I?
Or do you? Okay. So I'm going to take a bio break as well. I guess if there are any questions, please write question at the beginning of your question so that we know that you're asking a question, because otherwise we might miss your comment when you ask.
Can I give you one game note?
Yeah.
I used my natural recovery.
Natural
gives me,
recovery, okay.
Spell slot back.
So sorry, did the
We'll
magic
say you
seem
did
to-
that during the walk. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did the magic have any
Normally we wouldn't
discernible
do it, but
effect?
that's fine. The magic, yeah, it looked like it went, and at first it was really slow, and then all of a sudden it sped up and just finished. Yeah. So.
And
Right.
the rest of the people were still, and only some people were.
Only some people are moving.
And it was sorry, we're trying to still play while we're
Yeah, no, that's
sorry.
okay.
I'm just trying to give the information.
Yeah.
If you've liked what you've seen so far, follow us on Twitch, and then hit the subscribe and hit the little bell icon on YouTube, and you will be. They will let you know when we go live next. If you want to check out our crates, we talked about that before. Our adventure box. What?
You go ahead.
Oh. If you want to check out our adventure box, head to realmsmith.tv. Basically, for those of you that don't know what our adventure box is, it is a 6-part adventure series. You subscribe, you get the first part, and then each additional part you get every month, and you get everything within that box that is that you need for. I don't know where the box went.
Here.
Everything that you need to run that encounter or that part of the adventure. This is our new box we just finished. This is the prototype, and inside you that stuff isn't in there, but you can see here that it's actually a DM screen that you build and set up for yourself. It's got an initiative tracker and all this other stuff. So anyways, you can check out our monthly adventure crate. Also, I had a really awesome time at Origins. I was there this last week, Origins Game Fair in Columbus, Ohio. Met with a lot of awesome people. Hung out with Rick and Jake, Rick Agnew from GTM and Jake from Alpha Omega. Also hung out with DM Scotty. He actually DM'd a really cool Survive the Night kind of escape RPG scenario. That was a heck of a lot of fun, and it was just a great time.
Yeah. You were there for the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You did
Wednesday.
How many classes did you do?
I personally did 8.
Okay. And then Adam.
And then Uncle Adam from Tabletop Minions did 3 more.
So
You can check those out on our YouTube or Twitch or Facebook, wherever they were recorded, and then we'll put VOD versions of them all up on YouTube. Yeah, and it was a heck of a lot of fun. It was a blast. Rebecca, are there any questions, any thoughts? Just checking in here.
I'm looking at the chat too to see if we've got anything. I haven't seen anything yet because it's loading. Yeah, folks, if you are out there and you want to ask us a question, please do so in the chats. I'm trying to find. Korynhearth. There we are. Here we go. Question: what is the best way to get a battle map going on a budget without just using a marker and battle map?
Battle map going on a budget without using a marker and a battle map. We saw some really cool things at Origins. I mean, there's a quick. I mean, you can craft them, and the Tabletop Crafters Guild has a variety of different methods to create battle mats without it being incredibly expensive. So on a budget.
So what? Just so people at home know, what is the Tabletop Crafters Guild?
Yeah, so the Tabletop Crafters Guild is 5 notable crafters who have come together, who have large channels, and they all came together and created a guild, and that is a place where people can come and chat and get information and post ideas and so on and so forth. So
Awesome.
If you join that, the Tabletop Crafters Guild, you'll get lots of ideas like that. And so quick isn't the case, but on a budget, absolutely, you can create stuff. For us, we use a TV that's under here, and so if you have a widescreen slim TV that you can place on a table. You can actually put maps on it. We put a matte kind of film on it, or you can use plexiglass or whatever you decide. And then that's a quick way to get there's tons of maps out there. Just Google them, you can find them. And then that's a great way to get a really cool looking map quickly. There was also a company that I'll shout out from Origins. Oh my gosh. Tabletop. Oh, I totally forgot their name. I'm sorry, guys. But basically, they have little cardstock terrain that you can like punch out, and then you can put down on a mat, and that just helps. So even if you have a hand-drawn map, you can place those down, and it just adds more interest or excitement to your tabletop experience. Kelly says, "How many of those large dragons do you have?" We have all of them. So this is the white dragon. I think it's the Pathfinder one. We have all of the young dragons as well as all of the adult dragons from Pathfinder. But this is the white one. Lord Draconum says, "Are you going to paint any of the larger dragons?" Possibly. We won't be doing it on Nolzur's because this isn't a Nolzur's miniature. But we did paint the young dragons. Basically, we did the in order. We did copper, blue, black, and green, or the other way around. And we will be. Those are all available on VOD, either on our YouTube or the D&D YouTube, actually on both. And we did a bunch of them as well at Origins. So there's a variety of live painting. And really, you can just take the same techniques that we used on the younger dragons and apply them to the larger dragons, and that would work. And I know that WizKids is releasing more dragons in future waves, so
you're not allowed to share more about any details about WizKids?
I can't actually remember if I'm allowed to or not.
Okay. Fair enough. Be safe.
No, it is. I don't know if it's public.
Okay.
But I will look into it and I'll let you know. Do you have your candles custom made? These candles here, no, these are just candles. If you're talking about the candles in our crate, yes. We have a local artisan who creates all of our candles for our adventure box, and all the scents that come with them. People loved the Blazing Hearth candle that comes in our first crate.
Yeah, it's my favorite one.
It's
It
my
smells
favorite
great.
one too. It smells just like a campfire or a fireplace or something like that.
That's not to say that the others aren't good. It's just that's the most pleasant smelling
Yes,
one.
it is the most pleasant. Even the bread one, the market one, is a little weird that you're smelling bread in a candle. But they're awesome.
Yeah, just because you're not used to
for
it.
the purpose that they serve, and for the reason for for immersion purposes. I think they're pretty awesome, and people really enjoyed them at Origins and see kind of the whole setup. And we set up all of Blackwell, which you get available to you throughout the or not all of Blackwell, but all of the Old Town district of Blackwell that you get throughout the crates. And so it was pretty awesome. Shay says, "When are you going to release the Tarrasque on the party?" Every week.
Please don't do that.
Shay with the Tarrasque. I love it. It's so funny.
Yeah.
He loves his Tarrasque.
Jordan Hitch says, "I'll be honest, this is the first time tuning into the show. I've literally been here for 20 minutes and already loving it." Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Jordan.
This is so great.
Thank you, Jordan.
So great. Okay, I am going to go have a bio break. You guys talk amongst yourselves,
Okay.
and I will be back.
So, how you guys doing?
Oh, and we're releasing a new website. Not yet.
It's
It's
so
not ready
cool,
yet,
though.
but it's going to be very,
really
very cool.
Really cool.
I've
Are we,
seen bits and pieces of it, and it looks
we what?
great.
Are we able to share anything about what it will do or no? Do you want to wait?
You can tell them the concept behind it.
Okay, cool. So the concept behind the new website is it's really interesting. You obviously know about the crates, and you know that Brandon and Jason are building this world that we are currently playing in.
The Smiths of the Realm.
The Smiths of the Realm, so to speak. Yes, exactly.
Indeed.
And so what we're doing is we're making it so that whatever content we create lands somewhere on a world map. And so we've got 6 modules within the first adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you'll be able to see on a map that adventure within the world, and then when you click on it, you get to see a kind of zoomed in map, so that you can then see where the other modules for that adventure are found within that world. So it's a very kind of geographically based kind of website, and I think it's going to be.
What I've seen of it functions beautifully. It's very like video gamey in a way, like to see kind of this like zoomed in look of this thing and be able to go back out and be able to like look at, here's the next adventure. It happens here, and you know.
Google
Yeah.
Earth.
It is the
Kind of, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
We don't have Street View yet, but
We'll get there.
we'll send the cars or the wagons.
One of the other awesome features that we're working on, and this might come after initial launch, but is the ability to see in real time how many people are subscribed to or at that point of the adventure right now.
That'd be super cool.
Yeah, so you can see like, there's 150 people playing this part of the adventure, and there's 700 people playing this part of the adventure, and so trying to make it as interactive as possible. So that's going to be really fun.
I'm really excited for it.
Me too. Super fun.
Everything is coming together so amazing.
Coming together so
It's
amazing.
coming together.
The crates.
Yes.
Being a DM screen. I mean, I think that's a really cool addition because it means that whenever you're getting a crate that's within an adventure, that you have almost all the resources. If you have the dice, then you have really a lot of resources to be able to cover the basics of that adventure, right?
It's like those
Yeah.
restaurants that hollow out bread to make a bowl for its own soup.
Exactly. It is the bread bowl of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes. Yeah.
You know
We
what I
went
mean?
to that extent.
We went to that depth
Yeah.
for you folks.
Yes.
We're building new bread bowls.
Trying to find every way we can pack value into these crates so that every time you get something that's going to blow your mind.
Yep.
That's what we're hoping to do. So
As soon as you have more than one crate, you can give a DM screen to whoever you want.
That's right. You're
That's
done
true.
with the crate because you have one that you've dolled up. Then everyone else of your friends who is either playing the session, who wants it as a token memory, or something to remember the sessions by, you can do that.
another added bonus.
It's a difficult stocking stuffer, but with the right socks.
Yeah,
not?
if you got the right stocking, sure.
Yep.
Another added bonus is even if you just make the DM screen
Yep.
from your first crate, you can still make the rolling towers from each consecutive one, so that all your players could have their own rolling tower potentially. And they're not like so big that they don't fit on the table either.
Yep.
They're very size
That's
appropriate.
the rolling tower down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
There's nothing in it right now.
Well,
Yeah, that one's not complete yet.
Yeah.
It's upside
yeah,
down.
you have to-
But yeah, so imagine something like this
For every player.
for every player.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drop a metal boulder in it though, because it is cardboard.
Brainstorming future
No,
products.
We're just talking about all of the value that you get.
We're talking about
Yes.
the fact that you are on an adventure. You might get 6 crates, right? Well, that means that every one of your players, if you're playing with 5 players, let's say, gets a potential rolling tower.
You can make
So
a super dice tower.
Super Dice Tower.
Yeah.
They actually
Stack 'em.
combine into one Megatron tower. That's not true.
Yeah, I
That's a
mean,
lie.
Jason did some amazing design on that, but I don't think he's made Voltron rolling tower yet.
No, that's not.
Although you could potentially set it up so that when the die comes out of the bottom, it drops into another tower. So you've got like a tower ladder.
It's like Russian nesting towers.
Interesting
Indeed.
question from Kelly Preston asking, how much is the crate?
That's a good question. So it is 69 without paints, and then if you want everything you need to, and then
Or you can pay in currencies, like Canadian dollars.
U.S. dollars.
or the stop it.
Sorry.
Sure.
Or with paint, so you can get Vallejo paint pack with everyone. There is not duplicate paints, and so you get a different a set of 10 paints every box, and then you build up a cool collection of Vallejo paints, and you get 3 brushes in your every adventure. So at the beginning of each 6 box story arc adventure, you get 3 brushes in the thing as well. So $69.99 are the 2 price points. So you can check that out at realmsmith.tv.
Hi, Michael Kramer. He just said hi, all. So
Hi, Michael
hello.
Kramer.
Hi.
Awesome.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
yeah, it's a full house tonight.
All right.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yes, thank you very, very, very much. And thanks again to Rebecca for moderating.
Yay, Rebecca.
As always.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Really close.
We love you, Rebecca. Thank you so much for all you do. You guys ready to jump right back in?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Back to spooky music. All right. So, things are continuing to move quite slowly for you, but these small figures are running back and forth. You catch a glimpse of them that look like children. Every once in a while they stop and their hands are just a blur as they do things around you. And before you know it, you're not able to blink your eyes fast enough to keep them moist anymore, and your vision is beginning to go blurry.
How far have I made it?
Are you talking about everyone but me, or including me?
Everybody. So, you guys are charging.
Yeah.
You've made it about here. You're standing in the puddle. Yeah. Time is moving slower and slower. And then suddenly, your eyes have blurred so much that you can't make out shapes anymore. It's just a blur. All right. Now, I should have done this on the break, but now let's get your minis.
Let's roll some new characters.
Yes, that's so fun. That was an amazing.
That was, you guys did really well.
PK.
I have
Good
to
job.
say.
We made it to this
Amazing.
point. It was a good run.
It was a great run. You guys,
Episode
you
23.
guys
for us.
did such a wonderful job.
Episodes.
I just, I gotta tell you,
Lots of value in gameplay. on
best
this
group
one.
ever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I might do a monk next time.
A monk. Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do a barbarian.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You guys just trade sheets.
Where are we going?
We just died.
We just lost.
We
You're
just
just packing up.
backing up.
No, but I should have done this on the break. I think that was the
Thanks,
plan.
Norse Foundry. That went a long way.
Thank you.
Oh,
Guess
I'm
we'll
not
do all
rolling
new
that
colors.
anymore.
Mine was 18. Okay.
Oh.
Did you roll a 20 on that?
No, it was a 10. It's like
Let's That's
A 10 is like a 20, but half is
Whoa!
Is this hell?
good. Not hell.
Not hell.
No, it's not hell.
It's not that nice.
Yes, it seems.
Okay, this is fun.
Dear.
That's one of the awesome things about Dwarven Forge is they come like you can get these like
Yeah, the mats.
metal magnetic mats.
They just work.
They just work.
Shout out to Dwarven.
Dwarven
Forge.
Stefan?
Yeah.
Stefan.
Yes, Stefan Dwarven. Yeah, really awesome people. I cannot wait to hang out with them again someday.
We will eventually. If we don't.
Okay.
Even if we die in this game, I think I want to hang out.
Yeah, they just die in game.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Let's turn
Yes, it's limited to the game. That's good. Oh. Yeah, there's another
get it?
one over there.
I'm just gonna.
Did it
I
turn
got-
on or?
You said it's been so much.
Oh, you may need to push the torch in.
What are we doing?
I just want to show the torch.
Oh, maybe it's not.
Oh, maybe you can see it over there.
Ah, it's on.
Look at oh my god.
So good.
No. And then
Spooky.
yeah, just like that, how you had it.
Everything's.
We're back.
Everything's blurry because
can,
time
if you
has slowed down to nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just. I'll put it at a better.
See my belly now.
Better angle.
Yeah,
Belly.
man, look at that. You gotta love.
That's pretty awesome. Right?
So cool.
That Dwarven Forge.
The bronzing of my characters makes him weighty. You know what I mean?
Quite weighty. There's some real quality in there. Okay. And
What is happening?
The children have taken us prisoner, and they've taken us to their child king.
right.
There is honestly, I'm so creeped out by children royalties. Like they shouldn't be rulers. You know what I mean? I have 3 kids.
Those
They
kids
shouldn't
like
rule
sticky hands. Like I don't want them moving 100 times faster than me and waving their sticky hands in my face.
He's a father, by the way.
Of 4.
Yeah. Of 4. Yeah.
Lots of sticky
Today's
fingers.
my birthday.
Okay.
Stop. No.
Today's my birthday.
Do you want to play a game?
I see a purple person.
You see a purple person. So, Time suddenly comes back to normal speed.
Okay.
And you can... Such a relief to feel yourself breathing again. And you see ahead of you a man in purple, face white with black painted over it.
I ready in action. Just kidding.
Face.
A young boy sitting in a throne. I couldn't get him to sit in the throne because his base is too big.
Right.
But yes, the face of this man is painted white. And he has black painted over the white as well. Almost like splotches over his eyes and down on his cheek. You can't tell what race he is. It's very strange. Yes. Looking out at you, the man in
we can move,
purple.
though. We're good.
You can move now, yes.
I look back through the door that we came through.
Yep, it's closed.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice try.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was already closed when you guys came to present.
So we woke up in this room.
Standing?
Already in the positions and stances that you are in.
Were we like in the middle of charging like I was before?
No
It looks like
cuffs?
your weapons have been put away, stowed on your backs, and your hands are down at your sides, and you've been balanced standing up.
But we can't move.
Yeah. You can move.
Yeah.
Yes.
So everything's normal. We're not
Everything's
in cuffs.
normal.
We're not restrained.
You're not in cuffs. You're not restrained or anything.
We have
What's the meaning of this? That's what I yelled. Why are we here?
Where's the dragon?
What a... Yeah, I'm just so confused.
Saved you, we have. Glad that you are okay. Am I?
Says the man in purple.
Do we have any sense how much time passed between freezing to death and coming back to life?
None whatsoever.
Are these basically children of the corn? Or, like, are they actually children? Or what's the current situation with these?
Give me a perception roll.
I don't know if I'm gonna like this.
Might be better not to know.
14.
Yeah, they look like normal children.
Do they look different?
They look far more serious than you would normally see children.
And the child in the throne, what does he look like?
Well, he has a smirk on his face. He looks kind of like a little brat, honestly. Just sitting there, kind of arms out like this, with a smirk, just looking at you.
I don't address the I assume I'm gonna just call it a sorcerer for the time being. I'm gonna address the child royal, and I'm gonna say, excuse me, young chap. Could I sing you a song?
No thoughts, says the man in purple.
No song.
You will refer to him as my grace.
Your grace.
Your grace.
Our grace.
When you speak to royalty, say my grace.
What's my grace?
It's when many people move from one area to another.
They migrate. They're migrants.
Is that a pseudo dragon on a perch that we see over here?
It is.
Red?
Red.
Another pseudo dragon?
Red?
Okay.
The other red.
I look over. Sorry, go ahead, Crichton. You were
No,
probably gonna
go
say
ahead.
something. Okay, I was gonna say. So I look over at the. Oh. Well, let me go talk to the. Did you see that? There's a tiny dragon over there.
Yeah, he's like the one you had. Poor Greg. Poor Greg.
Okay, so I'm going to pull quietly, slowly, my bag off my back.
Move slowly.
Oh,
Yes.
we were moving so slowly.
So slowly. We were so slow before.
You're in the presence of royalty. Be wise in your choice.
I came bearing gifts.
I don't think you should give him the.
You
I
bring gifts for one you did not mean to see.
Well, I'm always prepared. A good performer always is. And I pull my bag to the front, and I go, actually, truth be told, this is not quite a gift. It's an offering. He may be dead, but I'm not sure. I still feel him. But I notice you have one here. Perhaps you could heal him? And I just present I just open up a little fold of the bag and my cheesecloth and show the scales of the pseudo-dragon that I have and point to the other one there, like that one.
Your offering to us is for us to heal your pseudo-dragon.
Well, I called it an offering. Perhaps you'd be interesting in... And I try to persuade him to help me with this.
Roll a
particular-
persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So, that's awesome, because that will mean a 27.
Okay.
As impressive as your dragon is, I have no healing for him.
All right.
Can I ask you a question?
You may.
Thanks for helping us.
That's not a question.
Oh,
That's not a question.
I was getting there.
Your voice has to go up. At the end.
Just.
That's the beginning.
What? What? Thanks for saving us, like mentioned. What can we do for you? Why did you bring us here?
Okay. Cocks his head to his side and kind of opens his mouth like this. You can see his teeth, and they're
I smile back.
much longer than teeth should be, showing some
Ugh.
gums that are just disgusting white.
Well, hello. Hi.
I will smile back as baby.
Me too.
A light hiss coming from his mouth.
Hello.
I'm taking the time while this is all happening
Yeah.
to survey the room, understanding
Yes.
who's there, if any, who is armed, who seems naturally human or not. All of that sort of. Is there an exit?
The only exit you perceive is the one behind you.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like anybody is armed. There is the pseudo-dragon on the pedestal, piles of books here, some strange urns over at the side. You see some objects up on the platform in which the thrones sit.
That giant sands of time
Hourglass.
which is called sands of time in French. Is it moving? Is there sand running through
Good
it?
question. Good question.
Sand is all at the bottom.
Sand's all at the bottom. Okay.
Why have we been brought here?
That's what I asked.
You have been brought here for the pleasure of your new king.
Our new king.
Well, we offered to play. Do you like music, my grace?
This is not the kind of play our king enjoys.
Okay, what does he?
Sports,
What does he
perhaps?
enjoy? What does he enjoy?
He enjoys watching.
Watching.
And with that, you hear a behind you, and Thimble is gone.
Oh, okay. So you enjoy watching people disappear. Could you bring our friend back, please?
He steps back, and this middle section, I'm not sure I can pull it out because it's all magnetically in there.
Yeah.
But
Okay, see if I can.
that part comes up, rises up towards the ceiling, and you see a plate of glass. And below, you see what looks like a maze. And at one end of the maze is Thimble. And at the other end of the maze is a skeletal minotaur.
How is it really far down? Oh, there's glass.
It's far enough down that you can see the entirety of the maze.
It's glass.
There's what looks like glass in between you
So he does enjoy sport.
I'm going to walk onto the glass?
Watch your step,
Oh,
or you will join me.
I'll walk backwards. Sorry, are we not allowed to step on the glass then? I thought I could get a better view from there.
Watch from the side.
Okay. Does it have to be this side?
Stay close to where you started.
Okay, I back up because I started over here.
Mm.
Can't see from here.
You notice that the black marks on his face appear to be slowly moving and changing shape, very, very slowly.
Okay. Actually, I want to step forward again. Can I try to? So it's a maze and there's a minotaur.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's just put in there to get killed. Is there an exit to the maze?
The Minotaur is moving from the exit through the maze, and Thimble is moving from where he had landed into the middle of the maze.
Can we tell if Thimble is freaked out or comfortable?
Perception.
Okay, so 22.
22, yeah. So
Sorry,
from
19.
here, 19, okay. From here, looking down, it's hard to tell, but he's moving with a certain speed that makes you think of confidence. So
The
you
Minotaur
think
or Thimble?
you think Thimble is confident.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Like he knows where he's going?
More like he's up to the challenge.
Ooh.
Perhaps Thimble knows this maze.
Okay, is there any way for Thimble to get to the exit where the Minotaur is without passing him? Is there only one route to success, or are there multiples?
It looks like multiple dead ends, but there's only one route to success from what you can tell.
Okay.
Can I try to memorize the shape of the maze the best that I can? Like at
You
least
can try.
Like one right, two lefts, second left.
Okay,
Third right.
intelligence.
What's an intelligence? That's not a thing.
Yeah. You have to go to the.
Do an intelligence check.
Right.
It's in your.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. 20.
Okay, so with a 20, you feel pretty confident that you are memorizing the layout of this maze.
Okay. I'm gonna ask this kid. Have you ever done this?
The kid moves his gaze away from you, and when you spoke to him, he automatically reacted in terror, like just not reacting to you.
I asked the kid, have you ever tried this? And he looked away, afraid of me. Afraid of me. Right?
Afraid of the question.
Afraid that I'm
responding with fear that you interacted with him at all.
Oh.
I really think we need a song.
Enjoy the show with your friend.
How far down is it?
It's hard to tell. It's quite far down.
For it to be able to see
Hundreds of feet. You can see the entirety of the maze, and you can see where Thimble is and where the Minotaur are. But if it was much further away, you might not be able to make Thimble out.
I'm going to, for Thimble, I'm going to just sing a little tune. Go, Thimble, go. You can do it, my friend, you can do it, yeah. Go, Thimble, go. Bardic inspiration.
Okay, does he have to be within earshot to hear that?
Through the glass?
I would say I don't think he's going to be able to hear it through the glass at this distance. So unfortunately, he wouldn't be able to get.
And that is one wasting bardic inspiration.
So yes.
What a good song.
You see them both moving through this maze. The Minotaur seems to have made a turn, and it looks like Thimble has made a right turn where the Minotaur has made a wrong turn. But yeah, they're both making their way
Towards each other.
That model of the maze that I see on here, is it the same model as does it appear to be the same orientation?
It looks a little bit similar, but look, a portion of the maze that you see below. It's not exactly the same.
Is the Child King watching as well?
He is. He's giddy.
Who snapped their fingers? Purple?
Just watching.
Who was it that snapped their fingers to make him disappear? Purple?
No, nobody snapped their fingers. I just did
I
that
just-
to make the sound of when Thimble disappeared. But you didn't. There wasn't really any sign of who made it happen.
I'll say, Your Grace. Our friend in the maze below. On these occasions, do you generally seek success for the ones in the maze or failure?
They never win. They never make it. They never make it. It says the boy king. It's my fun game. You will all play.
Are there
We
dead
all get to
bodies
play.
down there?
Your turn isn't yet. It's his turn.
Who's next? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. Depends.
We want to be able to line up.
How do you pick who's next?
You ask too many questions.
So he's just intently watching the thing. Like a TV show, a screen and a table.
Yes.
underneath it.
I say, we made quick work of your last one.
Yeah.
That was all of you, not just one. This is fun. I look forward to your turn.
Can I, Oh, no, I shouldn't do this.
I'm not Balamar. I'm going to, damn it. I really don't want to do this, but I know that DeGraff would do it.
Are these just humans? Oh. Oh, I hate these moments.
I want to try to charm the Child King.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
It's him laughing at me.
I heard that.
Look how big my
Yes.
hand is. Look. On
Oh,
the screen, look.
it's weird. Yeah, that is weird.
But what if I reach from this side?
That is.
Oh, I'm only that far. Never
Yeah, I was
mind.
going to.
That's so weird.
Look at my other.
Okay.
That is very
The,
moment.
Doesn't take much.
So Thimble makes a wrong turn.
Oh,
I was trying to charm.
Yeah, I know, but time's still moving.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to charm the Child King to make him my friend.
Okay, try the charm. What's the saving throw?
Wisdom 15.
Okay.
Dear King, I really do believe that you should consider perhaps one of your own minions in the maze first.
I've tested so many, but now you came, and now you get to try,
have you ever?
and you'll be next.
What's
I'm next?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so guys, let's get out of here.
What's lighting the room?
I heard you will not get out.
The down below,
This room.
this room, torches.
How many?
Well, you see two there. It seems to be enough to light
These
the
candles
room.
are lit?
They are lit too. There's torches going down towards the maze as well.
Is this guy watching the action down there?
He's watching you more than the action.
Can I want to...
He doesn't seem very interested in what's happening in the maze, but he's curious about you. You see a look of actual, genuine curiosity on his face looking at you all.
Okay, I want to reach into my pack and pull out a piece of, from my pouch here actually, reach out the piece of fleece that I have.
Okay. As you reach into your pack, he looks, turning his
Yeah, I take it out and I start rubbing it and I just say, it's my good luck charm.
Not for a spell, is it?
No, I'm gonna use these things. Do you?
I use many things. I no longer need to use materials as you in many things.
Hold on, let me do that.
I am watching you.
I kind of, I don't know, the side of my mouth towards the graph.
Yeah.
I say, do you see any magic items in the room?
Yeah, so detect magic, is it still running?
Nope.
Okay, so I'll cast again a detect magic. That will bring me to my second quest.
Okay. Down below, Thimble and the Minotaur make turns towards each other.
Shoot. So
They're
detect
getting
magic.
closer to each other. Detect magic.
Is there anything in the room that I can tell is magical so that I can respond
The-
to
The pseudo dragon his collar glows. A number of the books, not all of them, but a number of the books glow. It's within 30 feet of you.
Yeah.
The glass glows.
The glass on the floor glows.
Yes. The boy glows. The purple man glows.
But
And this
The whole
glows.
boy glows?
Yes. And so does the purple man, and so does this hourglass.
What glows? Is it magical items?
magic glows.
Magic glows.
And you can tell what school.
Well, that's true.
Okay. Okay. This glows with transmutation, of the School of Transmutation.
Okay.
One of the books also does. Some of the other books also glow with evocation,
Okay.
and some with divination. I think divination is at school. And I'm totally blanking on the one I want to say.
I'm assuming none of our travel time constituted a short rest.
At this time, no, because you were traveling.
Okay. Sorry.
Conjuration for another
How
one of
long
the
are we
books.
watching this happen?
So this has been happening for about 2 minutes, and Thimble and the Minotaur are now very close to each other. Thimble
So it's a
has
small maze?
it's a somewhat small maze. Yeah, it's
only
not
2
very
minutes.
very large. It's been about 2 minutes, but Thimble has been moving very quickly, and so has the Minotaur. At this point, Thimble has moved down a dead end pathway. The Minotaur has closed off his exit, and Thimble doesn't see it.
Can he hear if I whisper to Crichton?
Yeah.
Can he hear? Can I tell he's within earshot or not?
He's right in front of you, so
Yeah, that's.
yes.
I'm just trying to I'm trying to cover my hand to speak to Crichton.
Okay, so roll stealth as you speak.
Okay. That is an 11.
All right. So say what you need to say.
So I turn. Say what you need to say.
There are several magic items in the glasses one.
I think we might want
To find the right item for this particular issue.
And the man in
gonna-
purple is looking at you.
I can't even look at you when you make that face.
Alright, it's great.
I am conserving energy, hoping that I can get through a short rest. Because at this point, I'm not.
Lady Bongo says, "I'm in no condition to fight."
Neither am I.
I shake my legs.
I think I could help, maybe. Maybe not with healing, but I didn't take much of a hit last time.
And the man in purple looks at Traith. Long teeth, almost seeming to extend as he smiles.
Oh, that's creepy.
Like every Todd McFarlane villain.
Almost.
Oh, poor Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the Minotaur swings at Thimble, who moves out of the way just in time. He didn't see the Minotaur coming. Yeah.
I'd like to pretend I'm interested in the show and produce some good berries and munch them as if I'm entertained.
All right.
I'm actually petrified, but I'm eating my good berries as we go.
The Boy King is looking down, clapping and laughing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You You're a creepy world builder. You really are.
You saying that to the boy king? Or?
No, to you.
Okay. All right.
I'm wondering if we need to like do something like smash the hourglass before Thimble dies or something.
I was thinking the same thing. Like I don't know that this particular hour. I think the hourglass was for the previous trick.
Oh yeah.
I think that something else in the room is for this puzzle.
The maze bit on
I'm talking game if we're done.
Sorry. But I just yeah.
I say, whoever goes down last needs to kill time. Whoever goes down next needs to kill time.
You're saying it quietly?
Huh?
You're saying it quietly, right?
I'm trying to.
All right. Give me a stealth roll to see how quietly you say it.
But
We still can't tell what species this guy is.
What
Give
race he
me
is?
investigation. No, history.
18.
18. Okay.
History for species? Or race? Race?
Race.
History for the race to see if you can tell the race.
Nature. Would you grant me nature, a wise DM, for the
Sure.
race of a creature?
Sure.
It's a natural one.
Right.
Gracious DM.
You mistake it for a dragon.
He's a pumpkin.
The child seems human? The child and the other children?
Seems human.
Tell me my curse, DM.
With a 1, you're trying to figure him out, what race he is, and while you're looking, you kind of come to and look at his eyes, and realize he's staring deep into you, back.
Am I... is anything happening to me, or is he just staring?
No, but it's very unsettling.
Yeah, I'll ask. Can I ask him a question?
You can try if you want. Yeah.
I will just say, I'm from Glivendale Grove. Where are you from? I shouldn't have said that. How about you? Are you, I give up. Tell me.
You are not from this realm, are you?
No, but are you?
Yes. But you would not know what I am.
Are you sure?
Not from your realm.
Chime.
I will say no more.
Is there a roof or ceiling on the maze?
Yes, there's
Obviously
glass.
not, right?
Glass.
The glass.
But
It
that's
looks
hundreds of feet above the maze.
so, yeah, and it looks like it goes straight down. However, oddly, the glass is almost magnifying the maze, so you can tell it's very far down. But you see a bit of a curvature on the glass that gives a bit of a fisheye look on the maze. Yeah.
Just before you continue, can you clarify for me what school of magic is this, and what school of magic were the books?
Well, the books I told you, some of them, evocation, conjuration, divination, and one of them was transmutation. Yes.
I'm trying to
Celebration.
I'm trying to find. Could you remind me if there was anything else
Right.
that had
Detect magic always making me Google things.
anything else in the room that has the same magic as the glass pane that's on the maze?
There's abjuration magic on the glass pane
And
maze.
is there anything else in the room that has abjuration?
No.
I whisper over to you.
Can I?
You go first.
I'd like to say I can't watch anymore, and I'd like to try to shuffle over to behind the crowd in the middle. I'm just like covering my eyes like, I don't want to watch my poor friend. And sneak back.
Okay. All right. You're stealthing or?
No.
Okay.
I'm selling it. I can't watch my friend. I
All right.
can't watch him, and I move back there.
Okay. So deception.
Damn it. Sorry, I'm something for performance. 11.
Okay.
After
Okay. The Minotaur hits Thimble hard. He flies against the wall, but he stands up and readies the sword in front of him.
so brave. I turn my back, like I just turn around to Cornelius,
Yeah.
attempting to kind of like console him,
Yeah.
to look like I'm consoling him.
Yep.
And instead I say, go next and levitate higher than the Minotaur can hit you. And stay out of the way for an hour. How tall are the walls? How tall are the walls?
So looking down at the maze, it's hard to tell because you've got that fisheye lens.
Yeah.
So it looks almost like the walls going down to the maze, almost just obscure to the side. And the focus is more on the maze itself.
Yeah, but the height of
So-
the maze.
The height of the maze, it's very hard to tell. It looks like Thimble is, he's very small, so it's hard to say. Maybe the walls are 30 feet tall, maybe less, but it's, again, things are a little obscured with that curvature of the glass.
Stay above him for long enough for us to get some rest. That sounds terrible. No, it doesn't. You're fine. You can levitate. How long can you levitate for? It's okay, Cornelius. You'll be fine. Wow, but I don't think I can go higher. I think he's just gonna eat me.
It's a skeleton. You'll just go right through.
The Minotaur strikes Thimble hard, and Thimble coughs up blood. And he tries to, strike back at the Minotaur, but misses. He's just out of reach.
Gentlemen, what will we do for our friend?
Allow me to take his place. I call on mercy.
He's next. You're after.
I'm next.
Next.
Go now.
After.
I'll go now.
Wait. I thought you wanted
One
me
at
to
a
go.
time. One at a time. Wait your turn. We're so excited.
I can go.
Send him.
Send him.
He's the weakest among us.
He is the weakest.
I'm not the weakest,
You'll
but
have
I
the
think
most
I'm
fun.
okay. I won't have.
No,
okay.
you'll enjoy it the
Send
most.
him.
I don't know if I'll enjoy it, but I'll try.
Send him instead now. Spare the mouse.
Okay. I'll go.
He has been a thorn in my side.
You are so,
What?
You are so kind. Get down there. I know.
The Minotaur swings at Thimble and misses. Thimble slashes with his sword and carves off one of the Minotaur's arms.
Oh, maybe we just watch it. No, we have to. You have to go down.
No.
Would you consider an exchange?
Exchange.
Can I?
The fight is continuing now. When he is done, another may have a turn.
So he's going to consider an exchange.
You can try persuasion if you want.
All right. Yes. I
On
would
the
like-
man in purple or the boy king?
I'm gonna do it on the boy king. Your Grace, consider an exchange. 13.
No. Everyone will have their turn. This one was the strongest. He goes first.
How about? Oh, he was the strongest. That's strange. How about? I turn to the wizard, and I go, "Is there nothing I can convince you of?" And I'd like to try to persuade him to convince the king.
Try another persuasion.
Dumb.
So that's a 12. And
Luck point.
okay.
Yes.
So 24?
An exchange.
Exchange.
A simple exchange.
Exchange.
Him for that thing.
He turns to the king.
Yes.
So you hear a snap. You go down into the maze. And then
I thought I was going.
Dude, Graf goes?
No, he was trying to
He's sending me down.
and then the Minotaur shows up in your place
Up here?
up here.
So what? Is he down there with Thimble?
Exchange.
Oh! No!
So the Minotaur has one arm carved off. You're down with Thimble.
With Thimble, yeah.
Yeah, and Thimble is bleeding, but you know, like
Okay.
still in the fight, and he sees you show up. Where did it go? Where did it go?
I think it's up there. Look.
And you look up, you just see light.
Okay, so we can't.
So you can't
so
see
I
beyond
can't tell
there.
or perceive that he's been exchanged.
So yeah,
Okay, that
yeah.
makes sense.
So you guys look up, you just see light.
I asked for an exchange. They must have traded me for the Minotaur. Do you need healing? So I'll just cure wounds.
Okay. All right. How much does he heal for?
Yeah, let me just find out.
He's not even in the
Okay. So while you're rolling that, the Minotaur comes up. You guys have a chance to do something if you wanted to do something.
Oh, I'm gonna attack it.
All right. So everybody roll initiative.
15 is what he got back.
Okay.
Oh!
15.
And I get advantage.
Nice.
You and I.
Nice. But you don't have the thing.
No, but we all rolled. Another one? How's that gonna happen? What? Boom, bang,
Norse Foundry.
Norse Foundry.
Hey. Okay. All right. Okay. Should I go
Doesn't matter.
25 to 30?
22?
Natural 20, but 23.
Okay. Anybody 25 to 30? Just because you guys all
22.
rolled
You got
23.
20 to 25, 22.
Yeah, 23,
23,
22, and
23.
23.
23.
Okay. All right. Between the two of you, who wants to go first?
You can go ahead, Jamie.
Okay.
I got 21.
Okay.
It's like,
Every time I do this, it rocks the camera.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I,
All right. So Shamgar is first.
Can I ask a question for this
Initiative
situation?
Yes.
Is it reasonable that I push my way through the crowd to the front? And okay, I'm trying not to metagame this thing, but
Yeah.
would me pushing through the crowd convince their characters to hold their action? Is that a thing, or am I just
What do you mean?
using imagination here?
If you're pushing your way through the crowd, this movement that would have to happen on your turn, and that would include any communication that you would have at that
Understand.
time. Yeah.
I will wait.
Okay. All right. All right.
I'm getting there too.
Okay. So, Shamgar first, then DeGraff.
yeah. So, first I'll enter Rage.
All right.
And I'm just gonna, with my axe,
Yes.
whip up my head, lunge forward. He's on the glass now, right? He's on the
Yep.
glass. And I'll try to hit him with the axe.
Okay. So lunge forward, try to hit him with the axe. Roll an attack.
I love how you're doing the Matrix camera.
Yeah, like that. He jumps up with the axe. Yeah.
26.
Okay, that's a hit.
Can I just lean these back here, Brandon, just to get a
Yep.
better view? Just so we know where they are. But
I'm gonna use reroll. Savage attack. I guess better. So for that one is a
Yes.
16 slashing.
Okay.
And I will attack again.
All right.
27.
Okay, that's a hit. Damage.
15.
Okay, so you strike it extremely hard. You actually destroy its hammer arm, so it's now has no arms, standing in front of you, and it's got lots of cracks through its bones and so on. It doesn't look like it's as strong as the last one you fought. That's the end of your turn. Anything else you're doing?
That's it.
Okay. DeGraff and then Cornelius.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on... No, I can't see him. Never mind. I'm just going to... cure... I did 15 points of 8 of hit points for Doomface, for Hiri.
Yeah.
Can I do that again? How badly damaged is he? Is he still...
He's pretty beaten up after you healed, and he's looking a bit better, but still bloody.
Okay, good. So I'm going to cast it again.
Okay.
Cure Wisdom, which will be 9 points of additional healing.
Okay. All right. He's grateful for it. Thank you. Thank you. We'll have to find our way out. Okay. Is that everything you're doing in this turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? For my movement, I'm just gonna really just investigate how high up are these walls actually.
Okay.
And try to determine if I were in the scenario with the Minotaur.
Yeah.
In the future, how would I escape?
So the walls actually look like they're about 20, 25 feet tall.
Okay.
So not exactly as tall as they might have looked from up above. The walls on the outside just continue up. It looks almost like it's endless up into a light.
Okay.
So,
That's good.
yes. Cornelius and then Crichton.
Tossing around a number of bad ideas right now.
Mm-hmm.
You've settled on.
Do share.
Settle on probably what's the worst idea. I'm gonna walk. How far can I go here? 25 feet? 5? 10? No, I can't move through his space.
You're small. You did it last time.
Through 5, 10,
Friendly space.
15, 20.
Yeah.
I can't move into that guy's space though?
No.
So I'm gonna come
You
up
can
this.
move into it, you just can't move out of it.
I'm gonna move this way. But these guys don't seem hostile. The children?
They're standing very still. They are not armed.
And they're terrified of him.
And they are terrified of the whole situation, it looks like.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna look at the boy.
Mm-hmm.
The Boy King?
Boy King. I'm going to say, what you're doing is not nice. You need to stop it, or I'm going to find your parents and tell them what you're doing. And then I'm going to cast Entangle, which covers a 20-foot area.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And they're both going to be successfully grappled by vines sprouting from the ground, because they're going to fail their strength check of 14.
Is this spell stuff over? Were you entangling?
Yeah.
It's a 20-foot area,
Oh gosh.
so there might be some
The spell
incidental
boxes.
entanglement on Captain Purple. I'm trying a very peaceful resolution
I
here.
know. I get it.
Sorry, Deadpool.
And I'm also thinking that they're not very strong. The child and the super wizard beast.
I don't see them here.
The other one has
They slowed us down to nearly
But that's not physical strength. Look at you.
Oh,
You're capable of many amazing things, but you're a word that I can't say.
So about to die. We're so about to die.
So, you cast Entangle, and you see these vines growing up out of the ground.
Did my rebuke affect him at all? Did he have a sense of
Okay,
remorse?
give me a persuasion. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm very poor
Okay,
at that,
alright.
but I'd like to try. 13.
Okay. He looks at you, and you see a flash of anger in the Boy King's face, and then more laughing as he looks over at the Minotaur.
That's good.
The Entangle looks like it's starting to come up from the ground, and it withers it just very, very slows right down, and it's withering.
What?
Mm-hmm. You noticed?
Okay.
Yeah.
What did he? What did I notice that he was able to counter? Like he had a reaction?
It looked like it just happened automatically as soon as it entered the space.
And I'll say, good. Nod my head and back up a little.
You said you
Okay. You
That's
did
what
your
I
thing.
say.
You did your thing. All right.
Yeah, and I back up.
Crichton and then the Minotaur.
I look at the king and I say, Your Grace, we were in a great battle. This would be much more entertaining if we could rest. Even an hour. The show will be much more of a spectacle if we can show you what we're actually made of.
In persuasion.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It's a natural one.
Okay.
Listening
As soon as you say, my grace, he starts laughing. Say, you have a funny voice.
I chuckle a little.
I kind of like, but you kind of do. You kind of do.
Well, you're down there.
Oh, so sorry.
Okay.
I attack it.
Okay, so you attack the Minotaur. Roll for your attack.
Because you'd be crazy to attack those two.
Yeah.
That's a 21.
That's a hit. Damage.
That is a 20.
This is your next attack.
Yeah, 2 attacks.
All right, 20 hits.
Those gold. Nice.
Yeah, you can see that one from way over here.
I know, right? It's awesome.
7 points.
Uh-huh.
And then 11 points.
Okay, so with your second strike, the Minotaur is slain. How is it dying over your?
As he laughs at me, I jump down with my quarterstaff and I hit it on the head. And then I put my quarterstaff in its mouth and I like wrench the top of its skull off.
Can opener.
the can opener.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Okay, so you wrench the top of his head off and it crumbles just into a heap on the floor and just bones. And
And I superhero land in the bones and I look it up at him and I say,
yeah.
We are impressive, Your Grace.
And the
Better if we had rest.
see the boy king's face just falls into anger. You ruined my fun. And then you hear another snap, and then Thimble and DeGraff pop back up here. If that showed me.
Oh, that's where I am now.
Oh, you're there.
Oh, you're already there. Whoa. Okay, so
That was weird.
yeah. And then some of the light starts to dim in the room, and when it comes back up, these children are missing. The Minotaur is gone.
The light dims and it comes back up?
Yeah. You guys are still in the same spot.
Or made of glass.
Yes, the floor is made of glass, but you see that the stone that had lifted up before is starting to descend back down to cover the hole.
Is it just floating? Just like cable.
I get out of the way.
As they get crushed.
Okay, so it comes down. Yeah.
Ah, yes. Quite a showing. You are not the first to this, but well done.
But the king told us that no one ever makes it through this.
Not to the end, no. This is the first time the Minotaur has been brought up here, but good work. I have questions for you.
Do tell.
For those like you that come here from elsewhere, they are sent and do not come of their own accord. Who sent you?
Well, I think in exchange for that information, we would like some information from you.
I think you should stop saying exchange.
I do move back closer.
We would love to answer all of your questions.
I will
Perhaps-
answer some questions.
Well, here's my first request. We would love to have a wonderful meal and tell you all about all of this, but I believe that we would be best served with a rest. Would you grant us that? And I'll try to persuade you.
Okay, sweet.
28.
28.
If I like your answers, yes, we shall feed you and allow you rest, so we can be entertained tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Who sent you?
We were sent by a gnome in the town of Glengould to determine the origins of some wavelengths of light that shone brightly in our sky back in our realm.
That's deception?
Yep.
All right, roll it.
So that is a 13. No, wait, no, wait, that's not right.
Can I lean towards him as he's doing that? And I don't remember that.
It's a 10.
Okay. All right. And he flashes another smile where it looks like the teeth start to elongate in this smile.
Or perhaps someone else has another explanation that I don't remember.
You have honor. Who sent you?
We cannot be sure, but we believe it was the Gilded Merchant.
Gilded Merchant
That's right.
sent you. All of you.
I believe so.
Sent 3 of you.
It connects us all.
But who sent the 4 of you?
I'm confused.
There is one that told you of this island and the treasure.
Oh,
What's his name?
Did he say
Kellen?
treasure?
Is that Kellen? Is that Kellen?
I believe so. I don't know. Just say the right names.
I think it was Guldred the Wise.
Guldred the Wise. I didn't remember him from my interpretation.
I wasn't able to erase it off of this very helpful screen. Thank you, Wormwood.
Yes.
Guldred. I
Guldred.
see his terrible glow on you.
Do you know Kellen
Kellen.
makes the best sandwiches?
He does make great sandwiches.
Friendly?
Friendly, bony, but friendly.
He also had skeletons.
And a great smile.
You would like it.
Sorry.
Guldred the Wise. You know him? Great friend of ours. Great friend of ours. Of course, if he's a friend of yours.
The wise ones are despised.
Oh, ha. Well,
You'd love him.
And also the Arakakra of Portonaplava.
are despised as well?
They despise the wise.
Oh.
Now do you remember?
Do we remember the Arakakra?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
We do. We do remember the Arakakra.
The one that told you of the treasure
Yes.
and the Isle of Atmos.
Yes, the puzzle. Yes, exactly.
You mentioned that earlier.
I did mention it earlier, yes. Are you Arakakra? Well, maybe not. You don't look like a bird, but do you...
And you see the black markings on his face still shifting.
No. Not a birdman, am I? Something far different. Seems now you remember.
Yes.
Shame I had to tell you.
We simply have been busy doing other things. What do you want from us?
Entertainment for the boy king.
Well, that's my specialty.
You will die well.
I
No, he's not good at that.
Oh no, I've never done that before. Wait, that's not true. I've only done that a few times, and failed every time.
I did it just a few hours ago.
Yes.
Allow us to rest, and we will die honorably.
Rest you will.
And with that, he throws Greg towards you. And Greg kind of, as soon as he hits this point, slows down very, very slowly, and then suddenly just proceeds and lands in front of you.
Dead or alive?
Not dead. He's alive. He's breathing. He's injured.
Okay. I'm like, Greg, did you do this?
And that's you notice you had shown them Greg in your bag.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
So strange.
So do I feel like the armlet?
The armlet is warmer than it was before.
Okay.
It looks like Greg is alive, unconscious, but has injuries that you don't recognize, not from the last fight. He's healed those, but has sustained others.
Can I perceive what it is that's wrong with him and towards like a solution?
Yes, give me a perception.
Okay, 14.
Okay, with 14, it looks like he's been tortured.
Okay.
Such time, it works differently for us, you see. He's been here much longer than you now. We send you down, we keep him in another place. He tells us about you. We know so much.
All good things, I hope.
Well, we saw the glory of Tiamat through his eyes. What did you think of Tiamat?
An awesome beast.
Long has it been since she was here. Such chaos she brings. Glorious chaos. Beautiful chaos. You may rest. The doors behind you will lead the way all the way. Take the first door on your left. Any other door may lead to your demise.
So you're saying, go out these doors and then turn left? The first door on the left? Was it the first one on the... I don't remember. Do you remember first door on the left?
Definitely the first. I don't know why you'd make a place like this.
From this, basically like a line here, it just blackens and you can't see beyond now. It's just...
So they're gone, like we don't see them.
You just don't see them. It looks like it's...
But this guy's still here. And the books are still here.
Yeah?
I turn around and go through the door.
Okay, you go through the door.
My countenance changes as soon as he says to you.
In which way? Is your character? Oh, anger.
Lady
Oh,
Pongo
maybe
is
it's like, oh, damn it.
is kind of leaning over to Traith and saying like, "We never should have listened to that merchant."
Okay, I go to the left door.
Okay, so you go towards the door. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm gonna follow behind. I'm gonna see how many other doors there are. I don't want to open any. I'm just curious.
So the first door you see is the one on your left. There's
Yeah.
one a little bit further down on your right, and then at the very end of the hallway is a large set of double doors.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What
I'm
is?
exhausted.
What's this guy doing? Is he flapping to stay in the air? Or
He's on a
is he-
perch, right?
On a perch, sleeping at this point.
Okay, you're going down the hall. You're looking at the doors.
I just want down the hall to see what
Are
those.
there keyholes that I can see on the doors?
Give me perception.
18.
All right. Looking at the doors, it looks like there's no keyholes whatsoever. It doesn't look like there's a locking mechanism.
Any cracks around the door? Like, can I lay on the floor and look under the door?
Yeah, it looks like there's about an inch of space you can look under.
Okay, can I go and lay and look under the doors?
Which door?
First one on the right.
First one on the right? Okay. So first one on the right, You see mostly darkness, but there's also the shuffle of feet, just a little bit, just barely out of your vision.
Okay. Is there any air flowing in or out? Or anything?
There's a bit of movement of air through there, yeah.
Okay.
Unlike outside, it seems the air is moving here.
Okay. Can I go to the end of the hall and look under?
Okay, so you go to the end of the hall. You can't see under, but there is a seam in between the double doors. Looking outside, it looks like daylight.
Oh, it's outside.
Yeah, so it looks like you can see that kind of blue glow that you recognize from the initial doors from the other building.
Is that door on the left locked?
It's unlocked.
Open it.
Okay, you open it. Inside, you see some beds, and they look like nice beds, actually feather beds, which is something that you don't often see unless you're in luxury. And the room is surprisingly nicely furnished for something that you've been asked to stay in under these circumstances.
How many beds?
4 beds, but there's 7 of you.
So I basically slump down in the corner, pull my hood up, and try and rest immediately.
Okay. All right.
I am suspect of the beds,
Yes.
so I'll go back to the room and kind of look, see the
You guys
beds.
had some run-ins with furniture.
Had some run-ins with furniture before. Yes. Almost lost an arm. And then I'll kind of cozy up, not too close to our monk friend Crichton, but like enough that he's close enough so I can have a chat with him.
Okay. So you get close enough to Crichton so you can have a chat with him.
Yep.
Okay. Thimble, Pongo, and Traithal enter the room a bit wary. Just, they all kind of have a look on their face. Well, except for Thimble. What did we get ourselves into here? We hardly even know these people, essentially. Yeah.
Can I take a look at this front door and see if there's traps on it?
Yeah. Do investigation.
10?
All right, so you don't see anything that looks like a trap. It looks just like a standard door.
Okay. I'll walk back to the room.
Yep.
That they're in.
Yep.
And I'll say, I think the front door's just unlocked. Probably just walk out.
Do you think that is wise?
I don't know if fighting to prove we're heroes is wise, but whatever you guys are up to, or up for, I'm up for it.
There's something about these people disturbing. Something disturbing.
I noticed that.
I think we can make use of that.
Okay.
I think we can play with their expectations. Can manipulate them.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
When you were down in the maze,
Yes.
the Boy King mentioned that that you are the strongest among us.
I don't know about that. I've seen you fight. You're strong.
I know, but it dawns on me, we know very little about you or your people. And I would love a background or why are you so strong? What is it that makes you strong?
I am simply just. I'm simply a hero. I'm just a mouse person.
Is he lying?
What do you roll insight?
15?
All right, yeah. There's some dishonesty. It seems like he flinches when he says that he's a Hiri.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. I'll just be straightforward with him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's maybe a little more to this story that you'd like to share.
Well, I think, fine. And with that, he changes his shape, and rises up as the Gilded Merchant.
Yes!
You fellows Oh, clever. Quite a pickle you've got yourselves in. What do you say? Would you like out of this situation? I'll do it for a favor.
I healed you twice
Hey,
in the maze.
Thank you. You didn't need to,
No.
but we're fine.
I know. But I did that out of
The
Pity?
kindness.
kindness.
Pity. I thought
Well,
it kindness.
It was kindness and pity.
You are a good man.
Well, here's my favor asking you. Could you please tell us what is going on?
I've done a favor for you already.
I
that a-
stand up. And
But I'll tell you anyway. What is it you would like to say?
No, I don't say anything. I actually grab him by the scruff, and I attempt to slam him against the wall,
Okay.
losing all of my patience.
Yeah,
Well,
he doesn't fight it. He just
And
but he
smoke billowing from my mouth,
I'll just say, I don't think you should do that.
and I say, I want answers.
how was that anyway to treat a god? Take your hands off me.
At that, I pause.
Yeah.
A god.
Yes, and then you feel your hands kind of just like phase through him, and they're just fists, and like, yes, a god. Forgive the tricks. I can be a little tricksy.
Mr. Merchant,
The god of merchandise?
so you said you could get us out of here.
Of course,
What?
but I don't usually do things for free. Depends. I do certain things for friends. You're not my friends, not yet. Once before. Time's funny that way. Anyway, what is it you would like me to do? Take you out of here? I can do this.
Okay.
Well,
Oh.
I'll do it for a favor.
Would you do it for just the price instead?
I would do it for a drop of blood. On this parchment.
Rather than that, would you take a golden club made out of a bone and gold?
I have enough gold, my friend.
Well, I need all my blood.
You can do without some. I've seen you bleed. You're all full of lots of it. All I need is a drop.
You could do it. You already owe him everything anyways.
Don't I owe you everything already, anyways?
I suppose I don't need your blood,
He could do it.
but I could use another drop if you like.
God of
Maybe you
what?
could owe me another favor?
Did we use up all the dragon's blood we had? You just threw it all over him.
Oh, yeah! Where's that dragon's blood?
I think he like bathed the nothing in it. Remember?
Oh,
Was it you? Remember?
where was that?
Are you
another
thinking of
session?
the other game where they
Yes,
threw
you're thinking of
dragon's blood
I'm
on Hecaton's chain?
That's what it was.
We threw blood on Hecaton's
I
chain.
remember watching you on the stream thinking, but it was you
It's
guys.
really confusing to play two different streams.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I don't know how many dragon's blood.
Right.
I say, enough deceptions.
Deception.
God of what?
God of trickery. I told you already. You weren't listening. You don't always listen.
Okay.
So you're not a merchant?
No. I'm a trickster god. This is not the way I look. It's just the way I like to appear, especially to you.
What's your real name? What's your real name?
Well, I don't wish to tell you. Most people laugh. Fine. My name?
Oh my.
Togafiti.
Oh, that's a very funny name.
Yes,
Torgafiti?
Togafiti. You said
Toga?
that last
Like
time.
Like the,
Yes.
like the
That's why I was
robe?
hesitant to tell you. Every time. You always make light of it. You're fun, you are.
Yeah, I can be.
Yes.
It's just because we may have already had this conversation.
We've had conversations like it's the first time we've done it in this room.
Yeah.
Time after time after time.
Help us understand
trying to-
what is the connection with Tiamat,
Hmm.
and why we would play through this ruse when you could so easily snap us out, Trixie God.
I could snap you out, yes. But I have my reasons. I was asked by a very close friend to watch you and help you. And I'm doing that. But I still have my prices. I do this for a friend, yes. But I help them for free. I don't help you for free. Come on.
Could you tell us
Think
about this
about it.
friend?
very powerful, greater than I. You see, there's gods, and then there's the real thing. Don't worry, you'll understand one day. Your little brains might be too small to understand it now. No offense. Greater beings are we, you know. What say you? Do you want out?
Oh, what's the cost?
I told you.
It's just one
A drop
in your
of blood. I don't need it from the other three,
Okay.
but, you know, maybe just from all of you. I mean, I have yours, but a second favor would be nice.
When I said at what cost, I meant the terms of the contract.
The terms of the contract. Yes, you just owe me a favor. That's all. You already owed me one. You could owe me two. Think about it.
That's more than one.
Twice as much, though.
Oh, yes, owing a favor to a god. How bad could that be? Probably not bad. What? Maybe I'll just ask you to go and buy something for me. Who knows? We'll see when the time comes. Do you want to owe me?
What do you want to do?
I mean, you are strong enough to get out of here on your own. It's just, who wants to deal with those two? They're crazy. You could get out easy. All it takes is a drop of blood.
I serve only one god.
Yes, I know. He's a lot of fun too, just like you.
You will not have my blood today.
Oh, okay, well.
Do you know Garl Glittergold personally? You know, do you have like trickster parties?
Well, let me say, he's a lot of fun. I don't spend a lot of time with him.
Wow, you met him?
Yes, we teach each other things.
I bet. That's amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
Now,
Do you think I could beat him?
maybe. But that would be an extra favor. Right now, we're talking about something else. I had offered to you if you wanted to speak to Bahamut. I can strengthen the connection. He's not as strong here in this realm. You're one of the only points of connection he has here. You understand, don't you?
Last time he didn't speak for days until he heard from him.
I know. I was going to help you out there. Such silence for so long. Well, he's an angry one.
He's seen some stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, we all have. We all have.
But all of his
Yes. Kind of like his old people. He's
Let
been
me-
very quiet tonight as well.
Let me tell you a little something. You were chosen of Tiamat, yes?
We believe so.
Yes, she chose you. Why do you think she chose you?
I speak Draconic. Maybe that has something to... I don't know.
She chose you all because she intended for you to fail. She wanted to bring you there as chosen to stop those that serve her, to strengthen her connection to the world so that she could come through. It worked. Think about it. She set you up, but my mission is to help you defeat her. Stop it in the end. I don't like her. She's horrible. The problem is, this is our last chance. I've done everything I could, but this is our last go. So many times we've tried this. This is the last time.
I
We
am
trust the god of trickery.
I am so confused about that as well.
Yes, well, not everything I say is a lie.
Can I roll insight?
Yep.
$14.
Okay. You believe he's telling the truth?
That not everything he says is a lie.
Well,
This is the truth you learn.
and everything he said about Tiamat as well. Yeah.
What do you guys wanna do the thing? You wanna sign up?
I am already bleeding.
Gentlemen.
It's true, I could just press this against your side. But I'd rather you give it willingly. Just dip your finger, press it on the paper.
Can I ask a question? You know these adversaries we face?
Oh, I do.
What
Horrible.
are, in all honesty, Mr. God of Trickery,
Yes.
what are our chances against these foes?
It won't be easy. You can do it, but maybe not unscathed. I should think that
So
someone among you would die. Maybe not one of you four. Maybe the two noobs over there.
So you're exchanging the convenience of not having to fight with a contract which...
You just owe me a favor.
On a piece of paper without blood on the bottom, which I've done already, by the way.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, by the way.
Well, yes.
I've been thinking about it. I don't know what favor I would like you to do, but you're a good singer. Maybe
Gentlemen.
just a song.
Do it. Sing him a song. He just asked.
Maybe.
He just said, just sing me a song.
Slow down. Maybe.
Well, we did that earlier. I don't want to do it again.
Well,
Gentlemen, I have done this before. I have experience with it. So far, it hasn't been a terrible experience.
You going for round 2?
Is there any way that if I give you my drop of blood to sign this paper, that my...
you've already given me one. I'm trying very hard to get one from Mr. Crichton over there.
Well,
You're always the hardest one.
you're getting close. I'd keep asking him. I know him. He'll give in.
It almost never works.
I want him to start talking to Crichton. If you're going to start talking to him, can I talk to the Graf a bit? I think you should ask him really nicely. He's just Mr. Grumpy
Time
today.
and time again. It's always been toughest to get your drop of blood. I'm
Okay.
sorry, but it has to be your own. I
I was just talking to myself.
I suppose I could just go, things here. This place is very dry, but I don't like the decor. I'm thinking I'll just go.
Could you give us a minute to have a little party conference?
Okay. And he just disappears from the room.
Is he actually gone?
Yeah, it seems that way. Do investigation or perception.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're both going to say you think he's gone. Like success or failure.
You think he's gone?
Seems like he's gone. What am I doing? Perception? 15.
He seems to be gone.
Great.
All right.
What do we do? Do we face these guys? Because after we face them, then what? We just face more things? They just keep making us fight till we die?
We all go in the maze at the bottom. We all try it. We all fail or come close. We all...
They control the time. They control time.
We have to get out of here.
We have to leave with what we came here for.
Which is what again?
A magical item.
To bring back. Yes, that's true. What if, in exchange for my signature of blood, which I've already given, we all know I'm doomed.
He doesn't want yours.
No, I think he would do it. I can convince him. I'll try.
I think being indebted to a god of trickery is greater folly than staying here and facing our deaths.
But I technically already am indebted.
Because you're not smart.
No, but listen.
Intelligent.
No, but listen. If I can convince the god of trickery, if I can trick the god of trickery into taking payment, giving us a magical item, which we then take back, we've accomplished our goals. We've done everything we've set out to do, and all it requires is for me to sign with a small drop of blood.
He's gonna want it from each of us. That is
You're
what he
probably
said.
right. I would still like to try.
I want to speak to
Pongo?
Pongo and Trace.
Trace?
I say to them, do either of you feel like signing this thing so we can go home?
Well, I think he just said that he wanted it from you. He said he didn't want it from us. Strange, he asked us to help you. Why would he do that? Didn't ask anything from us, just asked us to help you.
Did he offer to pay you? What are you getting from it that you would come here and help just because he asked?
Well, he said there would be great riches. We did see rivers of molten gold and all. Lady Pongo has golden pants.
She does. She does have golden pants out of the whole thing. It's
Accidental golden pants.
Golden pants all the same.
kind of magical in itself.
I'm sure that... I don't know what to think of this.
Okay.
And the merchant's head just kind of pops out of the air. You know, your minute was done a minute ago. Do you still want me to... Wait, I could just go.
Wait, no, just now. 30 more seconds. We're just going to take a party vote.
All right, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. He just, his head zips back up.
Who votes that we stay here and fight till we're dead? Just raise your hands, Mr. Franklin. I mean, I think we probably have a pretty good chance, but
Even he said we could do it.
He did say we could do it.
so why don't we just, kill everything and
Okay.
get the magical thing?
Yes. We do it. I'm already indebted to this fiend. I really don't want to have to do it again.
Okay, we're on the same page.
Let's do it.
Kill the merchant god.
Yes, I'm here.
It might be helpful to know what your real name is. And
I told you, it's Togafiti.
Togafiti.
I'll send it out.
Togafiti.
Too much
Don't
graffiti.
make fun of me.
I was
Togafiti.
thinking of like confetti from a toga party.
Togafiti.
Yes. And you've decided not to take my offer.
Yes, we'd like you to become Thimble again and join us on the fights.
Would that still be fun?
Yeah.
You want me to pretend to be a mouse again?
It was
You were
delightful.
great as a
actually.
mouse, but now, what? Now we can fool everybody.
Well,
He thought you were the strongest, even though you look like a mouse.
well, because I am the strongest.
Yeah, but people are gonna think that you're the weakest because you look like a mouse.
They
Do,
knew
do you
I
really
know
know what you're
we'll
up
all
against
be in on the
here?
joke. It'll be awesome.
You know what? I hadn't thought about it.
Yes.
In fact, join the team. Join the troop.
Do you think I haven't already? I'm helping you.
No, I know, but I mean,
Yes.
we have
I'm
to.
just trying to speed this up for you.
Okay. No,
I
I
understand. Yeah.
Understood.
Yes.
It's getting late.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're gonna stay. We're gonna keep fighting.
You guys are gonna keep fighting, but you want me to stay?
They're gonna
Yeah.
wonder where Thimble went.
You're
But
just-
they will wonder where Thimble went.
I thought that we could, have some fun with it. It'll be like our joke.
Our little trick.
We'll try
Right.
not to laugh.
Interesting thing about that purple guy. He knows a lot. You think he can tell the difference? Think we can trick him?
I know that
Do
you're
we-
up for the challenge. I don't think you'd say you couldn't.
I do agree with you.
You really do like doing things the hard way. Okay. This should be fun. And he turns back into Thimble. I'm really excited. And that's where we'll end our session.
Yeah. Yes. Bravo. Bravo. I'm really excited.
Okay, wow. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're very, very excited to always bring more content to you guys like this. If you like what you've seen, please be sure to let us know. Message us and like the video. Maybe subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitch and all the other good things. Anything? I guess we got to pick a winner.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. All right.
I'll connect with Rebecca here and figure out what we need to roll. D100. I will use my new gold dice.
Mm-hmm.
Table cam, please.
Table camera. Caméra de la table.
Camera.
Voilà.
De graph
You just moved him
USB.
into the center of the camera.
That's what I was trying
That
to
is a 50.
It's a graph.
50.
50.
That is Shay McKinney.
Shay McKinney. Shay McKinney.
Congratulations, Shay. You win a Trask. No, I'm just kidding.
No. I don't think anybody's made those yet, but
But we will be sending you a mini prize pack. Make sure that you reach out to us. You are a member of the realm, so just send us a message, and we will send you a mini prize pack for you. We can switch back to the other camera.
Yay.
Thanks, Tim, for producing in the other room.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Tim.
Rebecca,
For producing in the other
for moderating. Again, as Brandon said, make sure that you follow us on Twitch, subscribe to us on YouTube, hit the little bell icon, and we'll let you know when we go live. And if you're interested in our monthly subscription box, check it out at realmsmith.tv. This Sunday, 5 to 7 Eastern Time, will be Marvel D&D's Marvelous Tutorials with Realmsmith.
Yes.
D&D's and Nolzur's Marvelous Tutorials with them. I'm really tired from Origins.
Yeah, dude.
I got home at 4 o'clock this morning after driving
okay.
6 hours. But D&D's and Nolzur's Marvelous Tutorials with Realmsmith, we will be finishing off
That's
Harshnag.
It is.
And it'll be a lot of fun. And then the following day, on Monday at 7:30, we will be playing our Storm King's Thunder campaign, which is coming to a close in the next little while. So anyways, you guys have a wonderful week, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Yay.
Take care.